Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Hey, it's a podcast.
I believe we're podcast 290 this week with Gus,
Lindsay,
Michael,
Jack,
and extra Gus.
/ messy Gus.
I've been gone for a couple of weeks.
Extra Gus. You have.
And,
I sat in your chair, Gus. I had to read ads.
That's why it's
lower to the ground.
Well, someone else sat in my chair too.
Yeah,
because right before we went live, I wear this earpiece so that if anything's wrong, the control room can talk to me.
Or if the president
the Secret Service earpiece.
Yeah.
And I went to
Gus
put
is
it
the
in
Secret Service.
right before we went live, and it was normally it's a clear plastic. It was yellow. It was like the color of the sleeve right here, just like caked on everywhere.
Yeah, Patrick came out with tongs to put it into a plastic bag, then the seal for evidence
Then
purposes.
they put it in that case they put bombs in, like a bomb disposal, and then they just blow it.
He was wearing
Then they built a
hazmat
mountain
suit.
on top of it to dispose of it. I'm told Brandon was the most likely the culprit. So thanks for leaving a waxy.
Well, you probably
that
can't
was
hear
present.
you. So,
Incredibly gross.
Can now. It's like, man,
God,
dude, it's
that
a whole
was
new
disgusting.
world now.
Echo chamber in my head.
It was like it had a growth. The earpiece was the growth of earwax. I'm like, oh, disgusting.
It was
It's like
really
a tumor,
fucking nasty.
dude. Cut
So
that
where
out.
have you been, Gus? You've been gone for like 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, nowhere. I've been playing Destiny.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've been here playing Destiny.
I've been playing so much that today's like the first day since launch that I haven't been playing pretty much the whole time since I've been awake. So my hands have been doing things other than this. And I'm like, oh, my hands are actually sore. like moving them in other ways and
My
like
thumb shouldn't be here.
typing. It's like, it's a little awkward.
All right.
What,
So what is 2 weeks straight of
yeah,
Destiny?
that's right where I was.
Get
at.
you.
I'm at
Where you at?
26.
Ooh,
26.
We're all at 26.
About the
Yeah.
same.
I'm at 26 and a half.
Yeah, I've got
I'm
a
like right where Jack
I've got a
is, though.
26 Titan, and then I have an alt, which is like I think a 9 Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't fucked with another class yet. I'm also a Titan.
Yeah.
I'm
got a
this
warlock.
close from getting full legendary, and it'll probably bump me to 27.
Yeah.
I've been working on my Crucible rank. I'm like a nut hair from rank 2, so I got my
Why
Crucible 2.
do
and
they
my
even have
Vanguard
rank
2.
1 for Vanguard or Crucible?
Yeah,
'Cause
just to
just
fucking
annoying.
tease
It
you.
doesn't get you
Super
anything.
annoying.
Just to be like, you're halfway there.
Yeah, I went from 23 and I hit my I got the strange vendor popped up and I had enough strange coins to get I think the gauntlets.
Yeah.
And then like right around almost the exact same time I hit Vanguard 2, so I was able to buy my chest piece. So I went from like 23 to like 25 immediately, and that was awesome.
Yeah,
Didn't
it
you
does the
level up
same.
in one of the, if I'm not to spoil, but you leveled up in a Let's Play and people were like, oh, that's awesome. Like it finally happened.
I think right before we started, like
Yeah.
I was the last one. So we did a raid. I guess it's coming out this week at some point, and I think we had 1 level 26, 2 level 25s, 2 level 24s, and I was a 23, and I was the last one to get a 23. And we tried that raid. Doesn't go so well.
I bet it didn't.
By that, what Lindsay means though is we were doing a Let's Play not in Destiny that Jack wasn't.
Oh,
in.
that's right. Yeah,
We
yeah.
were doing the Let's Play, and then Jack hit the level and he grabbed his microphone. He's like, "I'm 26, or I'm 24."
I'm in the Let's Play now. I got
And we
to
all
tell you.
started like, "Oh, let's go play Destiny." All right, this Let's Play's over.
Yeah.
I can't remember what game we were
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
You weren't even in it. You
I
were
was
just like fucking-
grinding
Jack-
at the murder cave.
The work for Jack was like, "We're gonna do this Let's Play. You level up. That is your job." So he sat out to level up.
Yeah, I got over this past weekend. I got my first exotic weapon.
Yeah.
and I went in.
Yeah.
I turned in my legendary Ingram. I got my exotic weapon. I was like, sweet. I backed out from talking to the Cryptarch, and Caleb was standing right next to me dancing.
Was he saluting? No.
No, he was
Yeah.
dancing, doing a stupid dance. I was like, oh, that's weird.
That's funny.
It's like he just happened to be there at that exact moment.
So are you playing on Xbox One or PS4?
My main is on Xbox One, and I have an alt going on PS4 right
Okay.
now.
Nice.
That's like your alt on your alt console.
Yeah,
It's like a double
So
alt.
I lucked out. I'm really fortunate. I've talked about getting a Vita for a long time, and there's someone who works at Sony. His name's Dale, who got tired of hearing me talk about it, so he sent me a Vita.
You know, I've been
Nice.
thinking about
Man,
getting
I
a
know.
Vita for
Vita
a long
sound-
time. I've been
thinking
on
about
the
it.
fence about it.
Fuck
I'm
that.
not
I've been thinking
sure.
about a house for a while. All right.
It's awesome. It's like I have
Yeah.
not turned on my TV to play Destiny on my PS4 at all because I just remote play it constantly on my Vita.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Now, I will
fucking
say I
sweet.
got I have my new house, and on my second floor is where I have my entertainment area and stuff. I've got like my TV and Xbox One and everything. I set up my Xbox One to turn on my TV when it goes on, so I can walk into my house and just go Xbox on, and then boop, and then my TV will come on. I'll walk upstairs and it's ready to go.
Welcome home, Jack.
It's awesome.
You should get like a really long extension cord for your Connect, so it looks at the door. So as soon as you walk in, it sees your face and
Just
gets
I
started.
connected my front door instead of like a doorbell or something.
Please stand
The
by.
second I come over to your house, I'm going to be like, Xbox, turn off.
No!
Like, every single time.
Nice. So
Xbox
Also,
off. Yes. Oh,
on-
sorry. We should be doing something.
Yeah, right? Someone at home's pissed off.
dangerous.
someone's
I know.
probably watching this right now.
Somebody
On the
probably
note-
in this office just got their Xbox turned off.
True.
You just
On the
wrecked
note of
someone.
Caleb being next to you too, I don't know if you've seen, Michael was tweeted a video that a fan sent of he's playing with Michael, I think Jack.
it was
Ryan?
Gavin.
No, it's
Gavin.
Gavin.
It was Gavin and
Gavin.
It
Ryan.
was me, Gavin, and
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
basically, if we were just doing the farming, in that cave, and we were just shooting the cave.
Murder cave.
And I think it was during the sponsor cut on Friday.
Oh yeah.
And just there's always people over there shooting. So it was a fan, I guess, and he made a video of his time farming with us, and he immediately cut in some kind of, it's not like dubstep, but some kind of dance music, electronic music, and just kept making cuts. But the funniest part was the end. He kept saluting to Ryan and waving to Ryan, and Ryan wouldn't wave back. So then it appears on the screen, Ryan wouldn't wave back to me, and then he keeps trying, and then for one frame, a frowny face crying appears, and then Ryan slowly leaves. The guy just follows him. He leaves. It fades out. It fades into Ryan on the patch, and it just the clip ends with Ryan doing this. He's like,
blows a kiss.
yeah, he basically blows a kiss towards the camera. He cuts to live action footage of Ryan, basically that he wouldn't fucking salute back. It's a minute 50-second video. It's called Destiny Farming with Achievement Hunter. It's pretty funny.
Isn't the thumbnail just photoshopped Ryan's face on top of the?
It's all three of our heads photoshopped on the Destiny cover.
Yeah.
I think you tweeted that or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I mentioned it.
It's really funny.
I didn't watch it. That's really funny.
It's good. It's funny how many people have come up to. I mean, just being at home, people will play with Michael,
Dude,
and he'll walk away for a second and
We
come back.
get
There's 5
got at
people
the
running.
tower. I'm sure you did. Once you go to the tower, especially if you ever see the Cryptarch, or if you go to the bounty board, you come out and you're like, Jesus Christ! There's 7 people around
6 people dancing.
You're in the middle of a
okay.
mosh pit, and there's people dancing around you and shit.
You came back once, and one dude had his head near your crotch too. I was like, you're getting a blowjob.
That happens a lot.
While you're in the kitchen.
People get excited.
Man.
You can't blame them.
That game is fun. It's very addictive.
It's funny. It's funny because initially I was kind of on the game. It was good, but it wasn't really blowing me away, and parts of it were okay. But I can't stop playing it.
That's
so
exactly how Michael
super
described it.
Yeah, it's okay, it's all right, but it's I just can't stop. And so it's okay, clearly there's something about this game that I maybe didn't even think about, but it's
It was an interesting case study watching Michael too when he came home, because it started from annoyance of God, I have to do this. I have to level up for work. I got to do this.
There's nothing worse than playing a video game when you don't want to play it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even a good game. It's just, I don't feel like it's like watching a great movie when you don't want to watch the movie.
But then a couple days later, you're like, all right, I'm home. Time to play some Destiny. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess you like it now.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where it's kind of my gear is solid enough that I'm happy with it. I'm like, okay, I don't feel bad. I don't have to go farm for 6 hours if I don't have to.
Right.
And,
The first week and a half was just farming over and over and over again, trying to get equipment. But finally, when you hit 23, 24, and you start leveling up your stuff, you can actually keep the equipment you have. And it's okay, now how do I upgrade this shit?
No, it's a more annoying kind of farming. Now it's fucking helium filaments.
Yeah,
I'm just riding around the moon, where are the helium cores?
You're farming chests, just going around in circles.
There's some chest runs online where you just do a loop.
Yeah,
I did that yesterday.
That's what I've been doing.
Right
before we came online here, I was doing that in my office. I found a chest with a legendary engram and 11 helium filaments.
Shit,
I was like,
awesome.
fuck yeah. I was then I quit. I was like, that's it.
incredible. Dude, that's a jackpot. I found one yesterday with
10 in it.
Yeah, I found one with 10 spin medals. I was doing that. And then I got one with 8 spin medals and 2 blues, which is pretty good.
Did you decode your legendary?
Yeah, it was blue.
No, of course.
Bullshit. Of course it was.
Do you know I've never had a legendary drop, a legendary Ingram drop, and we've been playing this nonstop. Gavin's gotten some 15 drops
He really
and the same
has.
stuff, and I'm literally side by side with him, watching him get
That
legendaries over and
motherfucker
over and over
always
again.
gets legendaries.
I have not got a single one. Not from the moon farming, not from the murder cave, not from just playing the game. I haven't got a single purple drop.
Wasn't Michael the one to bring up the murder cave too? And upon bringing it to the office, Gavin got 3.
Yeah,
I
that's
found
it.
it. I
was
found just a video online of a farming spot.
I don't know why people keep sharing that location, because
Yeah.
it just gets more and more crowded.
This
Well,
is
no, it's good though. It doesn't matter.
No, but then you end up with trolls who just go and
Stand
sit
in the
there.
fucking
I've
cave.
actually I haven't encountered that yet.
Oh,
I've
I
heard
have.
of that, but I haven't seen it.
I mean,
actually.
you gotta-
No cave
Yeah,
trolls. for
I'm glad
Jack.
because I'm kind of done with the cave
No
for
cave
now.
troll.
Not
Really,
yet.
the only reason you need to go back is for greens for weapon parts and stuff. The only other thing I'm screwed with right now is over the weekend I finally got my first exotic bounty, which is when you turn in your bounties,
I'm doing
you
one
can just
right now.
randomly get one. And I think I'm doing shattered memory or something like that. It's for some kind of pulse rifle is the result, because each one gives you a specific item if you look it up.
Oh, I should've
It's
looked it
not
up. I didn't
random.
know that.
I
Yeah,
did the same thing. I was like, that one. Then I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, I
I
went
would
online
have
and
picked
looked.
one specifically.
I picked the one that sounded easiest to
I
do.
did the
Was
exact
it
same
is the one where
thing.
you go to the girl to talk to her?
to the warlock?
That's what I'm doing. That's a shotgun. So it's apparently
Damn it!
apparently it's a really really good
I already
shotgun.
have the exotic shotgun.
Oh, do
So
you?
fucked. Yeah, I have an exotic pulse rifle, so I'm just I want to do it just to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm on it's a 7-8 step process. I'm on step 4 or something, and I need to dismantle 10 fusion rifles, rare or higher, which is blue.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that fucking bounty for a day and a half. I have not gotten one. All it does is just take up my it's just like, I don't want to delete it. It's an exotic bounty, but like, motherfucker, I have not gotten one.
Yeah.
I got the one, I got one earlier today, and it was, right now the step I'm on is complete 5 strikes without dying.
Yeah, that's what I've got. I did the first one last night. You can play, play the level 8 strike, and like I soloed it last night just on my own. So
I lucked out, and I went to go do the level 8 strike, and the strike loaded, and I jumped in, and Sepix Prime was down to like 5%
Oh, that's
health.
nice.
And I was like, oh, sweet. I just stood there, and then he died. I was like, nice.
Ryan's on one that's, I don't think there's a like no death thing, but he has to complete 25 strikes.
Yeah, I think Jeff has that too.
Oh, that's not terrible.
That's not terrible.
But do you know, okay, so the next bit, so you have to do 5
consuming.
strikes without dying. The next one is get a 25 KD spread in the strike in Crucible. So that means basically you
Oh, wait, in a strike or in Crucible?
in Crucible. So basically you have to go and get positive KD enough to get 25. So like if you get 10 kills and 8 deaths, you get 2. So you have to get up to 25.
Oh, okay, that's not so. I thought you had to go like 25
it's hard
to
for
1.
Jack.
For me, I'm terrible.
fair.
I'm terrible at like multiplayer stuff. So I'm like, well, that's it for me. Like I'll make it to there and never get past it. I'll go negative immediately. I'll be like, okay, now I have to get 35. Great, now I have to get 50. Okay.
What you should do is just like try to kill someone right away and then go and hide.
Yeah.
That way you're
That's
positive
exactly
1.
what I said. I said, Jack, get a kill and hide for your life.
Well, that one big sand
Build a
map
house.
with the pikes, I'm actually pretty good on that
Bastion?
map. Yeah.
Fuck that map.
Like that, dude, those like the vehicles, I'm actually pretty good at. The interceptor and the pike. The vehicles I'm solid with, but
yeah, I like sitting in the turrets.
the turrets are fun, man.
Jeff's a
They
turret man.
shred those guys. So.
Ray, several times, like just playing, like whatever. He's like, yeah, I went 22-0 that game.
Okay, so Gilby just texted me, says I've gotten 3 exotic bounties and have 4 exotic weapons now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I like that he
Gilby.
texts you to
Yeah.
let you know.
Well, I mean, you can only use one at a time.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is real.
Lame.
I got my exotic that I have now. I got so fucking lucky. It
The
was
light helmet?
no.
What's it
Well,
called?
that's armor, but I mean
Yes.
weapon. We were doing the sponsor cut on Friday, and as we mentioned, like I found out you just get shit in PvP. You don't have to do well. It's actually annoying when you do well, like you strive to win and you get first or second place, and fucking last place gets an exotic or a legendary or whatever. Like just no rhyme or reason to
Yeah.
it. So when I'm playing, I'm playing and try to win. But if I'm like doing shit, I will absolutely still just play multiplayer games and just jump up and down while I'm in the kitchen, and run around and shit. Because at the end of the game, I have no kills, 15 deaths. I could still get a blue or a purple. I did that exactly. It was like I think it was Monday, or no, today's Monday. I don't know when the fuck it was. Maybe it was Friday. I'm just talking to Jeff, and I'm standing at his desk, just like pushing buttons. I walk back to the game. The first place has like 2,300 points. It's over at 2,500. I get 3 kills. The game ends. I got an exotic. Fusion rifle.
Wow.
That's like insane. It's called Plan C. I don't know how it like stacks up against other rifles.
It's pretty intense.
But it's crazy because the thing with fusion rifles is they're kind of like shotguns. They fire that plasma burst.
Yeah.
But it's got like double or triple the range of a normal fusion rifle.
Yeah.
So it works like a scout rifle or like an automatic rifle. And then I upgraded it so it fires in like 1 second or something. Like
you
there's
said
no
it's a
charge
shorter
time.
charge? Yeah.
It's insane. Like it's such an OP weapon. And then I finally got a helmet because I bought it from the dude on the weekend.
Nice. Yeah, I'm really into it,
I
man.
fucking love
I'm
that
really
game.
digging.
I'm
I've been
super
playing. I've
into
been playing
it.
quite a bit.
Well, it's like the perfect amount of MMO mixed with a shooter. Like it's like sort of like the grinding part kind of sucks, but like building up a character is like, okay, I just need like I can get to 18 light, but I need one like it's 20 light. It's like that little bit is like it reminds me of like some of my favorite parts of WoW. Like and like especially with raids and stuff now. Like now we're all I mean, I think we're all at least 26. Or Jeff was a 25 today.
He hit 26
He
today.
did hit 26.
Yeah,
so
we're all
now,
26 and Ray and Ryan are 27.
yeah, and so Ray says he's going to try to finish the raid tonight. I guess he was at the last boss with some friends.
Yeah,
so.
he started it and
Yeah.
they couldn't beat the last boss.
Yeah, so he's going to go back tonight and do it. So, but we're going to take another stab at the raid.
Nice.
Not that we
Hopefully you have better
Didn't do
luck.
great the
Oh
first
yeah,
time.
that first time.
I mean-
when I was a level 23 and just like scratching someone's back as an
Yeah,
attack.
it's absurd the
Oh,
difference.
the back
even one
scratcher,
level
the
makes.
exotic tickler.
That's a legend.
It's a little feather. I was like, hey Minotaur.
Be sweet if it was in the
Praetorians,
shape
whatever
of a
those
hand, too. Like,
There you go.
There is something non-Destiny related. Believe it or not, this is we're not just going to talk about Destiny this whole time. There is something non-Destiny
Well, I'm
related I did
walking
want to
then.
bring up.
Damn.
I've been trying to find a segue, but there has been none, so I'm just going to bring it
Do
up.
it.
Good segue, Gus.
I saw today a story about a woman from Florida who visited a plastic surgeon to get a third breast installed.
What?
Okay, installed.
I don't know what word
car.
to use.
Now, is it like Total Recall or across the front?
Your
Like,
dream, your
Place boob
25-year
here.
dream of Total Recall, the three-breasted woman,
My God.
has finally come true.
well, I like it. Was it Married with Children? Al Bundy.
Oh, there she is.
There we go.
Why?
That can't be real.
Interesting.
There's video that she has as well.
No.
What if you're
That
into
has
that,
to be
though?
like a viral thing for like Total Recall 2 or some bullshit.
No.
Like, there's no way that's real.
There's got to be. I mean, people have like, what was it? Someone grew a penis on their arm, and that was for science because they were actually trying to. Like,
Now,
Hey, baby, let me fuck you with my elbow today.
now, did he get that
For
implanted or
science.
he fucking grew it?
no, it
Did
was.
he plant some seeds on his elbow? Like
No,
penis
he
seeds?
accidentally didn't wipe the jizz off of his elbow. And it's
Oh,
ruining your
shit.
dick.
And then his wife was like,
In real-
honey, take care of that. And he's like, I am taking care
No,
of
he's
it.
like, yeah, I am.
I'm growing this out. This is history in the making.
That'd be really
Where
awkward
was the
too.
guy
for-
with penis arms?
Gus just invented a new kind of porn, I think.
I think it was like in relation to stem cell research or something, but it was like testing if you could grow something else on
So
another
some
part
guy
of the
said
body.
dick on the arm,
Yeah.
obviously.
I swear this exists.
How
Someone
many
look it up.
times is there like a horrific wood chipper accident and the penis is ripped off of your arm? But now we can.
I was playing
Thank God.
basketball and now
Science,
it's
we can put
gone.
it back.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have the technology. We
Yeah.
can do it. Has science gone too far? It's like one of those little banner ads you see on the internet.
Can, but should we?
Has science gone too far? Yes. Yes, science has
Absolutely.
gone too far. in
Well,
this
if we
case.
have the 3-breasted woman, can we get the 1-breasted woman like in Kung Pao? Because I want
Oh,
that. Yeah,
right,
that
yeah.
should be next. I want that.
I'm sure.
You
top
can't
men
have it.
Are working on it.
I want to motorboat one boob, just one.
Can you? You can't.
Yeah, probably. If you like shove one out of the way, you're like, just do this one. Don't worry about the right. Leave righty alone.
Well, you just said there's only one.
Yeah.
So what would you
Oh.
be shoving
Yeah,
out of the way?
I was talking about.
confused.
Sorry, I thought Gus was talking about just
No, I mean,
normal
like, you
people.
can't-
Yeah.
Can you motorboat? Is that real?
Can we get a
fuck are
chart,
you
maybe?
talking
Some
about?
diagrams? Like,
We need a demonstration.
You guys should go
Somebody
through
in
the
a white
technique.
coat needs to be out here pointing.
If you see here, if the breasts spread to this trajectory, you can insert your face.
geometry and whatnot.
I missed the podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You've
everybody.
been gone for like, what,
It's
3
good to be
weeks
back.
now? Or
I was gone 2 weeks. It's the longest time I've been away in 11 and a half years.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did
so
you have a good break?
it's good. Yeah. I mean, I shit, I didn't do anything. I played Destiny the whole time.
That's
And
a break, man.
I also, a few podcasts ago, I talked about how I had some neighbors who lived like a little down from me who did not have curtains on their bedroom window, and I saw them naked a couple of times during my vacation.
See, you
they
said-
finally put curtains
Yeah.
up, so I'm glad about that.
I'm glad too because
Just
it
you
makes
were
you sound like
standing
a
there
creeper.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's like
I
I would
see you.
get up to walk my dogs in the morning, and it's like, my dogs do their business. I pick it up, I go to the trash can, I throw it away, and I'm like, oh, cool, there's dude's butthole. First thing in the morning, I'm like,
Boo.
haven't had my coffee yet, but I've seen a butthole today.
Wake your right up.
It's
Yeah.
rising with the sun. Good lord.
The sun's kind of brown and has stink lines above it today.
Pollution,
Now, did they just move in or something? Or
For like a month.
really?
Yeah.
Man.
It's an inconvenient truth, guys.
But yeah, so I had that go on. I had dinner a couple weeks ago for my it's my 8th anniversary. So on my anniversary, I went and I had dinner at Uchiko.
Nice.
And I was sitting down with my wife, and then this couple walked in, and I had my back to the door. My wife was watching them walk in, and she looked at them. She goes, "Those people are somebody." And I turned, and I looked at them, and I was like, "Who is it?" She goes, "That guy. He's like a tennis player or something." And I was like, "Oh, that's Andy Roddick."
What? Whoa.
wow.
And
Awesome.
I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's cool." And she's like, "And who's that woman he's with?" I was like, "Oh, that's Brooklyn Decker."
Wow.
And
All right.
they came and they sat like in the booth right next to us, and it was really weird, like the whole night, because it was like,
That's fantastic.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Did
Do you
you
think they were like, that's Gus and
like,
Esther
but, well, no,
right there?
no, it's funny, like you see someone like Brooklyn Decker in person, like that woman is really beautiful. That's obviously like someone, like she does something. None of us would ever be recognized like that. It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like that guy's really handsome.
That guy's
He
really-
must do something.
He's dressed like
Clearly.
an asshole. This is a really nice place.
He's got
I
a
wonder
Penny
if he's
Arcade
important.
shirt on, and
Yeah.
he must be somebody.
Why is he wearing a lanyard?
Roddick lives here in Austin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's one of the local Austin celebrities. He's probably in one of those damn ads. Oh, he's in one of the AT&T
One of the
Gigabit ads.
AT&T
Yeah,
ads,
that's
yeah.
right. So they crammed as many
Yeah,
Austin
they're like-
celebrities as they could.
Well, they have that
they get a
stupid
full-
line in it, like,
Did they
"Oh,
forget
this
to call
internet's
us?
faster than your serve, Andy."
Jeez.
But like I think like Harry Knowles is in there, and like Robert Earl Keen's in there, and
Who is the in that one ad we're talking about?
Yeah.
Who's the main guy who's talking to camera?
he's
It's
a country singer.
yeah,
Garth
like I have no idea who
Brooks.
that
I
is.
forget who
Probably
it is.
not.
Not
Actually,
Garth Brooks?
Matthew McConaughey's in Austin ad right now. There's some new car ad that is
the Lincoln ad. Yeah,
it's him driving around talking about you have to go back home, and it's like him cruise around Austin, being very much Dazed and Confused style.
Nice.
Talking about badass, like going home to your roots, and it's just him driving around.
I don't know if you
Austin.
saw. I think it was Conan did a recut of that, taking dialogue from True Detective.
Oh, really?
Like cutting it into Matthew McConaughey driving the car, making a fake commercial out of it.
Did you see who got confirmed for True Detective 2?
Oh, was it? You go and say it.
That's Colin Farrell.
Yeah, he said it, right? Like,
there
has
he came
been
out
no
and said he's
official
going to
word.
be. Yeah, he's going to be in. So I don't know if they've now officially announced it, but he said he's been confirmed for part 2 or season 2.
You watch season 1 of True Detective?
I've seen bits of it, but not. I need to sit down and actually watch it.
You guys watch
Yeah,
True
I've
Detective?
not.
No.
It's really good.
What channel is it on?
HBO. So if you have HBO Go,
So
you
then
can
we'll
watch all
probably
of it.
like it. We started watching Bob's Burgers, and I know you'd been suggesting that forever ago.
Show's
but
fucking funny.
Yeah, we just didn't get into it because, unfortunately, like, people talk about it a lot. We kind of get turned off. We're like, okay, yeah, we get the hype, whatever. But you were absolutely right. You described it as you thought it was formulaic, and it seemed like things you'd seen before already in other shows. But it's so unique, and I appreciate that. I really like the humor.
Yeah, when it first came out, like when they first started having ads for it before the show premiered, I was like, that's so stupid. Another, cartoon family.
Another family
working in
show.
the-
Three
yeah.
kids, they're barely making it by.
Yeah.
Do they have an animal that talks?
No.
No?
Okay.
Unless you count Tina.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Well, Brooklyn Nine-Nine season
Tina's
2 starting up
amazing.
pretty soon too. So
Is that next month in October?
I think it's the end of September actually. So it might be like next week.
Nice.
So that's a funny damn show. I really like that. And I've been getting into Drunk History as well. Been watching that on Hulu. That's a really good
Drunk
show.
History's great.
Yeah, they had this was a really good season they had in Drunk History.
Yeah, we just watched the first season, so we kind of went out of order because there's really no rhyme or reason to it. But the one with the Kellogg brothers and Luke and Owen Wilson was pretty great. So it's all available on Hulu Plus as well. So
I need to watch some of the newer episodes. I still love the
Yeah,
ones
we
that
haven't
are
seen
on.
them in a while.
The originals, obviously on YouTube, are still some of my favorites. Like Edison is fantastic. That's a great episode with Crispin Glover as well.
yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw them when they were on YouTube. I think I started watching it. No, wait, I take it back. I did see it one or two on YouTube, but then
Nice.
It's really for me. It's been more of a TV show kind of thing.
See, I feel like a hipster. I'm like, excuse me, I watched that way before it was on
back when it was on
TV,
Funny or
okay?
Die, whatever,
Yeah,
no big deal.
excuse me.
Yeah,
Dude,
well,
those people get fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
There's
dude.
one
Yeah,
of them.
they
I
do.
can't remember who it is with the woman. It's one of the. I can't remember which Drunk History it is, but it's a woman doing it.
Come
And
on.
she gets
I'm
like
gonna be so
so
upset.
fucking hammered. And at one point, she's just like, she's sitting on the couch. She's like, "Can I have a blanket? Can I do this laying down?" So then it like cuts, and then she continues telling a story. She's laying down on the couch, like in a blanket, telling the story. So it goes back to the story, the reenactment and stuff, and then it cuts back to her, and she's like, "Wait, did I take my pants off for some reason?" Oh, I forgot I'm wearing a skirt. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and
like
she's,
she
like,
just
pulling
thought like
it
someone
down.
took like she almost like got alerted. Like, wait a minute. Oh, it's a skirt. Never mind. She just thought she wasn't wearing pants.
There was one from this past season. Again, it was a woman whose name I can't remember, but she's drunk, like one of the drunkest I've ever seen. She goes, "Can I have my cheesy bread now?" And they're like, "What?" It's like, "The cheesy bread I brought with me." And they like smash cuts. She's got like some Domino's cheesy bread. She's like eating it.
That's me when I'm drunk. Absolutely.
My favorite part
fuck
about
is it?
Drunk History is, I assume they just film in, again, the older ones. They just film in like somebody's apartment
Yeah, they
or
go to someone's
like
house or
an
something.
office
Yeah.
or whatever. But it's just like a
Yeah, I
couch.
hope they don't drive somewhere.
yeah, yeah. Hey, drive on down to the studio. But the funniest thing to me is not just the drunk person. It's not just like the vomiting. It's when they always spill the drink behind the table on like next to the couch. You know what I mean? There's like something all the way in the corner of the room and like, and you just hear it break and they're like, "Oh shit!" And then you hear a guy like, "It's fine, we'll get it." It's
The
fine."
dude-
And
the
they have to,
dude-
like pull out the furniture to get it and shit. It's like that's my nightmare. Like if I like spilled something in the crack between my bed and my wall, that's just like the worst thing ever to wake up to.
That happened in the Ben Franklin episode. The dude knocks it over. It's like a cranberry vodka that's huge too. It's like this big, and he knocks it over behind a table. And the director's like, "No, it's fine. It's cool." He's like, "I could help if you need it," but he's so gone that you could. He's not gonna get up and help.
You just hear it pouring though, for like
It's like, no,
15
it's
seconds. Like you just hear it hitting the floor. It's
Yeah.
just like a stream.
the best is when they incorporate that stuff into the reenactments. Though,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
the one with
Yeah.
I think some woman had a dog with her, and so like this, the guy's acting like a bar, like these two guys talking in a bar. All of a sudden, the bartender starts barking. And he's like, what the hell? It's like, oh, and then it cuts to her holding this dog up now. And it's like, oh, okay, I got
I think that happened in the Edison episode too, because they got Josh John C. Reilly, and he starts like he's doing a demonstration as not Edison, who is it? Tesla.
No, he's Edison. Crispin Glover's Tesla.
No, I thought it was the reverse.
Oh, maybe you're right. One. You're right because it's about Tesla.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because Edison was an asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the dude starts vomiting in the middle of the actual story. So John C. Reilly just starts like sneezing and making awkward faces, like. And then it cuts away to some dude just chunking.
My favorite is when they fumble the words, or they'll be like, Edison went to Tesla and he was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, man? You know, like they do this, like it's not like a script at all, and they'll have the actors do it, like, you know, like Jack Black or John C. Reilly will be like, I like, what the hell, man? Yeah. Like, you wonder how many attempts it took them for their mouth to match the ramblings of a drunken, like, man or woman.
Yeah, you wonder how many times they listen to that audio,
yeah.
and they're like, okay, you have to match this.
Practice it. The one with the drunken woman you were talking about who thought she was naked, the Zoe Deschanel, that's how you pronounce it, right?
She's in that one, that's right.
Yeah, and she's talking to...
it's about Lincoln, that's what it is, and
Lincoln and the African-American man whose name I cannot remember. It's going to really piss me off historically. But anyways, she was just thanking him for the speech that he made, and she was like, he would have fucking loved that.
Yeah, she's just like, you're awesome. You are fucking awesome. It's like at his funeral.
Yeah. Anyway, good show. You should go watch it.
Yes.
Here, speaking of which, let me read this right here. What a clever segue
is brought to you by Drunk History.
You created for us. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by...
Are we all on, like, having our period at the same time?
We're all synced up right now.
Yeah.
Thanks for going on to my flow, guys.
There
Appreciate it. Thank you for joining me.
We've been hanging around each other way too much, I think.
I'll guide you. If anyone needs a tampon, I've got some extras.
I'm good. I got some.
I saw that the animated adventure finally came out of us and our bathroom encounter.
It was accurate, very accurate. People ask me too, they're like, what was the no? Were you like death starring it like, no, like Darth Vader? I'm like, kind of, and half like, no God, please, why is this happening right now? I wish I were dead. Yeah, I know. I was sad that moment had happened. Like, I finally had someone walk in on me. Because I walked in on Chris before and saw Chris side ass.
Oh, really?
But that was it. Yeah. Now I was the side ass.
Damaris?
Yeah.
He's got a good butt.
It was okay. It's kind of pasty.
Wait, where the hell are you walking in on each other?
It was probably at the...
Mine was the annex.
The annex.
Oh,
the toilets to the side.
Oh.
Like when you walk in, if someone's sitting, you'd see their left side.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't there a lock in that door?
No shit.
There was. Chris didn't use it.
What? Neither did you.
Well, she did.
Yeah.
The lock, when you were inside, you thought it locked, but it didn't actually go all the way into activate the mechanism.
You weren't secure. Dude, if my pants are coming off, I will fiddle with that lock for 20 seconds.
You check.
I was at a car dealership the other day. I had to take my father-in-law's car to the dealership to get some work done. And when you go into the stall and you lock the door, the outside door handle illuminates red.
Ooh.
There is a light bulb in the fucking door handle. So when you lock it, it's red.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's technology.
That's the ultimate, like...
We should get an on-air light for the toilet, but be like on pot. That's it. On the pot. Yeah.
On pot. It'd be a green light. Yeah. It would look like a leaf.
That's a different light.
Man, speaking of which, I haven't...
speaking of which...
I haven't been
what have you been doing the 2 weeks you went off?
I haven't been on the podcast since before PAX.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Washington State for PAX, where
Seattle.
Weed is legal.
Recreational marijuana
is like
legal.
going to another country. Like, I picked up a newspaper. Like, they have their version of the Austin Chronicle, right? So I think they call it The Stranger. And you look at the back page, and it's just pot delivery services. Not like all of them are just like, you know, they're just like competing with each other about what they can bring.
Did you have any that you'd recommend, like that were better than the others?
Please rate
because
them
apparently there's only one place in Seattle where you can actually go to and legally buy marijuana.
Really?
But apparently, since there's only one place, it's always empty. Like they always sell all this shit
supply's
immediately.
Gone.
Yeah. So like now there's like this gray market delivery service stuff that's popped up.
Got to flood the market.
Yeah. So it's really
So
weird.
Can I invest in that one place just to make a boatload of money?
You'd be constrained because you don't have enough supply. But at one point I was at an intersection. There was a red light. I was waiting to cross it. This car pulled up to the red light, stopped, and this dude pulled up this giant, massive bong. And just took like the biggest hit out of it while he was sitting there at the red light and put it, and then like it just disappeared back down. I was like, that guy's awesome.
Intense.
It's a feature of the car, actually.
While you're driving.
I don't think that's legal. I don't think you should have been doing that.
That's like
that's awful.
Like being legal. That's like the equivalent of someone like with a crock pot in their front seat. Like they sell those. They sell crock pots that you can plug into your cigarette lighter.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
So it's
hot
like
oil.
Yeah, it's like keep it warm while you're going to a party or some shit like that.
Christ.
Like that's the equivalent to me of like Dude, can I get like an electric bong for my car? Because pulling over and stopping is just too much trouble. Like, I know it's legal, but I want to smoke my bong while I'm driving.
You're just into the cigarette lighter.
He's gonna get like a fucking bong hat or something. Somehow, like, put the weed in the fucking helmet.
I'd want an extra button for that to push and have it like come out from the floorboard, like bong is ready.
Or
Would you like to take a hit?
Maybe you could do like an airline, like have a mask drop. Like,
yeah.
You take a hit and then you throw it back.
If the pressure reduces in the car, please take a hit of the bong.
Yeah.
If you get too sober, the mask will automatically deploy.
If your anxiety is increasing, please. So I mean, how was
me out, man?
how was Seattle? I mean, how did that affect the city? I mean, aside from
No,
I mean,
not at all.
But I mean, like, so you just kind of see it out. I mean, are people smoking in public or?
I think legally you're not supposed to like smoke it on the street.
Okay.
But I mean, the whole city smells like weed now.
Oh, really?
Like you're just walking down the street and you're like,
it smells great.
Oh, that person, like you can see like people with joints and like even homeless dudes are like, hey, do you have any weed? Like they're not asking for money anymore. They're just like, do you have a joint?
Like, they're just going right to the source. Like, I want money for weed. Now I can just ask straight for weed.
I appreciate your honesty, sir.
Yeah, and no, I'll not. Man, well, so what do you think about that? Like, do you think? I mean, so now we have Colorado and Washington have legalized, or as much as they can legalize recreational marijuana. Do you think that's going to be something that will now spread? Because look what happened. Like, they're making a lot of money on taxes, and there aren't riots in the street like people were predicting.
I think the fact that Colorado's seeing like much greater revenue than they expected.
Yeah,
and like you said, there's really no negative consequence. I think we're going to start seeing more widespread adoption. Although while I was in Washington State, I did see a story that there was a woman who she had been arrested because she caused a car accident, not because she was drunk, but because she had smoked too much marijuana.
Really?
Like there's no like breathalyzer for them to test it. So she was involved in a wreck. Someone died, and they had to do a blood draw on her, and they determined that her THC level was over the legal limit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
there is. It's not. It's not like no one gets hurt.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's still someone like that probably has a chance that they're going to be drunk or they'll be under the influence some other way.
I think there's going to be different ways to regulate it as well, but I can absolutely see it happening in our lifetime.
Yeah, I would not be shocked.
Well, Texas honestly, might take a while. Austin, no.
I don't know. I mean, Texas, like, it's kind of one of those sort of like. Texas is weird because we have all these conservative Republicans in Texas, which are very much like small government.
Yep.
But we're going to regulate what you do in your bedroom, and we're going to say you can't smoke this or take this, and it's like, no, that's kind of, you're sort of going against yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a big enough state that it will kind of kowtow to what everyone else does eventually. And so
I think eventually, but I mean, if Texas is one of them, it's going to be fucking a long time.
Yeah.
I don't see it being like the first 10 states.
No.
I mean, it's going to take a long
time. It's going to have to, like, the neighboring
states
are going to have to do it first. Like,
we're going to be driving out of state quite a bit
for a long time, they were saying that gambling might become legal here in Texas because, like, basically it's, I think New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Louisiana all have legal gambling. Mm-hmm. And because of that, they see this money driving away from Texas. Like, there are huge gambling places.
The town I grew up in here in Texas has a casino.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's an Indian reservation there. Okay. And I think it's the only casino in Texas.
Is it Eagle Pass?
Yeah. You'll see billboards for it every now and then in Austin. Like, just a 3.5 hour drive away.
Yeah. But, like, my parents, they drive to Oklahoma about once every other month. Where it's like they go, like, it's like 2 miles past the border is like the first casino. And they go there all the time. And I've been to Lake Charles a number of times in Louisiana.
I think even, like, if you're down on the coast, like at Corpus or Galveston, they have like cruise ships that you like get on. They like sail out like 20 miles from the coast.
Yeah.
They like activate a bunch of
uncharted water.
Yeah, they activate a bunch of like slot machines and gambling. They stay out there for a few hours and they just like come straight back.
And then the pirates take your money and leave.
Yeah.
I remember this thing that there's no way it could have been legal. Like, as a kid, I'm like, this shouldn't be here. But I used it all the time. There was an arcade in like the mall near my house. And I was probably like a teenager, like 13, 14 or whatever. And, it's just like your standard arcade, kind of, not too small, but not huge.
Street Fighter 2, probably.
Yeah, it's just like all that and the racing machines. And it had like some of that was like back when, like, virtual, you like pull the thing down and put it on your face and it'd be like $8
I'm fighting
to play
sharks.
And all that shit. But in the corner, like way in the corner where no one ever was this tiny little slot machine, right? But it took real quarters and it gave out money.
Really?
Like, it was a real working slot machine, and you almost always won. I would always go there and put in. I swear to God, like, out of every dollar, I'd get like $2 back.
Do you remember
every
where it
single
still
time.
is?
Yeah, the arcade's gone though.
Damn it.
But
Okay.
I'm like, this is like a fucking slot machine. This is real money. Like, it's actual quarters. It wasn't even tokens. It's like
Weird.
you put in a quarter, and if you won, you got quarters. And I'm just like, is this a game? Is this technically
they didn't
gambling?
realize it when
I
they
don't
set it
know.
up.
Yeah, I'm just like, it seems like this would be illegal. Like, you can't put this in a kid's arcade. Like, just like, hey kids, gamble your money. I was just always weird to me. It was just a random little machine like this big in the corner.
It seems like an oversight or
just
something.
Yeah, it's like no one ever used it. I would always go in and be like, I'm gonna fucking use the slot machine.
Use the hell out of this thing.
You're like, man, I'm running low on quarters to play games. Let me go make some more.
I'm not even kidding. That's what I do. It was like free money.
That happened to me actually when I was in Melbourne, a Supernova last time. I was at this bar and I was like, what's around behind there? Like, oh yeah, slot machines. I was like, what? And like they just had like slot machines behind the bar. I mean, like, you know, around like the corner from
Like
the
a little
bar.
wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess it's totally legal here. That's kind of cool.
Is gambling? What are the policies you should probably know in Australia? Like overall?
I think it's legal. It's at least legal in Melbourne because we gambled it when we were out there for PAX.
Yeah.
And we both made some money actually.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know it's legal in at least a few different places because I think they also have it in Gold Coast as well.
yeah,
Melbourne's
that's right. Gold
beautiful.
Coast they do for sure. I don't know about Sydney. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to Vegas this weekend, so I'm very, very pumped. I've
Where
been to
you
Vegas.
staying?
I'm staying.
Do you want to say?
Not sure
I
yet,
don't know.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me later.
No, I'm still like I haven't booked my room. I've got a flight, but I don't have my room yet exactly, so I don't know where I'm going to stay. But
If you stay at the MGM, there's lions,
Ooh.
like real lions.
well, there's
hanging out.
they have lions
She
in
ain't
Mirage
lying.
too.
I'm serious.
I think. But I'm excited. I've got.
Thanks,
I
Barbara.
love gambling, and I'm
There you go.
psyched
Come
to go watch.
on.
No, I'm not giving that to you. But I'm going to go watch some football and stuff too, and I got friends out there, so I'm pretty.
Man,
pumped
it's
for
funny.
it.
I was just thinking about Vegas this past week. And I
You
haven't
should go to
been in a
Vegas with
while. Yeah, I just took a vacation. I just took a
Yeah.
trip.
Take a
I didn't
weekend.
take a trip. I just
Go
took
for
time
it.
off.
Just there you go. Come on, just
Make up for the
leave
trip you
Friday
didn't
night.
take.
Just leave Friday night. Go out and you can come back Sunday morning. We can watch college football all day on Saturday. Do some gambling, play some craps.
That
Have
does
some
sound
bro
nice.
bonding. Yeah.
Bro bonding.
We
Yeah,
would-
but it's got to be with Jack.
Yeah, we
Lady
made
bro
some money
bonding.
on craps, man. I was the one. I got you into craps, right?
Alan got me into craps.
Which I got Alan into craps.
Yeah. You tried to get me into craps first.
Yeah.
But I'd never been to Vegas with you, I don't think.
Okay.
And then I happened to be there with Alan.
Yeah, I went to the GameStop Managers Expo last year, and that was Alan and Chris were there, and our friend Jared who works for MLG, and like we all went out, and I had one of those like foot long strawberry daiquiri things, whatever,
Yum.
and
Oh,
just
and the
wrecked
giant-
my stomach. So like we all went out, and then I was like, I gotta leave, guys. So I went back to my hotel. They went out and played craps, and they all earned like $1,000 a piece. I'm like, God damn it! The one time I can't do it, and like they all win.
Learn
so.
to hold your daiquiri.
I know it's bad.
the
Dude,
story.
same thing with me. When I drink margaritas, if I have like a frozen margarita, I get tummy aches because it's so sweet. I'm
It's-
like,
yeah, it's
I
weird,
can't
like-
handle. Like I can drink like 50 beers. I can drink hard liquor. I drink a strawberry margarita, and I'm like, I get a tummy ache. It hurts.
You know what's funny is over the break. I know it's not funny. I don't know how I said that. Over the break, I
This
started
is not a funny situation
I started
at all.
watching House of
Hilarious.
Cards, and like just watching that show, I was like, man, I want to start drinking whiskey again. So like, I like paused the show, went to the liquor store, and just like bought whiskey and just like
Nice.
sit there, like anytime I watch it and
See,
just
like,
drink whiskey.
I love margaritas and daiquiris. I can drink that no problem. But usually, if it's like hard liquor, I can't do it alone. Like whiskey by itself, nah, fuck that. I can do a whiskey sour. That's fine. But ugh, I had a friend in college who drank scotch all the time. Same thing, disgusting. I want no part of it.
I'm not a Scotch fan. I'll drink whiskey and bourbon, but I can't do Scotch. You know, it's funny. Again, I'm saying it's funny. I don't know why I keep saying that. One time,
hilarious.
years ago,
This is a serious podcast.
Jeff and I used to have this thing where we wanted to try to go to every bar in Austin. Like any place that sold liquor, we were going to go to. And we've been to tons of them. There used to be a place downtown on 6th Street called the Daiquiri Factory.
Oh yeah.
And they just had like walls of daiquiri machines. You get all different kinds.
Where did it go? Why?
It became Cheers, I think, the shot bar, right?
It's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And so one day we didn't want to go. We're like, we have to go. We're going to go into every bar. Let's go into Daiquiri Factory. We'll have one drink and we'll leave. So we walk into the Daiquiri Factory and we sit down, and a waitress comes over to take our order, and we tell her, whatever, stupid daiquiris.
Yeah.
And she leaves, and then another waitress comes to take our order, and we say, oh no, we already ordered with the first one. She's like, oh okay. Then the second waitress comes back with our drinks instead of the first one. Like, oh, what happened? She's like, oh yeah, this is my table. I'm like, oh, we like you much better. That other waitress was talking shit about you anyway. She was like, what? Yeah, she was saying some shit about you, and like we started making something up. And she's like,
Christ.
and she was like, that bitch. She had like her little tray. She like slammed it down on the ground and like ran into the back of the bar. We're like, oh shit, we gotta get out of here.
What have you done?
Like it was just like an
Let's chug
like,
these
an
daiquiris and run.
just like an innocent joke, and like apparently there was some shit going on between them
Woof.
because she was pissed off. She got
That's
pretty
awesome.
fucking mad. But yeah, I think it became Cheers. But yeah, that place had been there forever.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. Remember Paradox? Back in the day?
Yeah.
On 5th and like
4th and Trinity, I thought.
No, it wasn't on 4th. It was wait. No, it was on 5th. It was on 5th for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's 1 block south of 6th Street. But yeah, that was the 18 and up dance club. So all the high school kids who were old enough would
I
go
made
out
the
there
mistake
and
of
go.
going there once when I was like 22 or 23.
Oops.
I walked in and it was like foam party night, and there was foam everywhere. And I was like, I'm not doing this. And I just like turned around and walked out.
You like Grandpa Simpson thing where you walk in, just do a loop and go back out?
Nope. Yeah, Gus just leaves.
I was like, this is absolutely disgusting. I'm not setting foot in there.
Foam party.
Never been to a foam party.
When did a foam party become a good idea? Who thinks like, let me go cover myself in soap and be surrounded by other people?
That's
Raves.
where foam parties came
I think
in.
it's like I like
guess
bubble
so.
baths.
Ecstasy, glow sticks, and
Yeah.
foam. It's a
Maybe
perfect
other people will
combination
like
for
bubble
dead
baths
teenagers.
with me. Yeah.
Well, standing up and being hot and sweaty. Yeah,
I
that'll
had
be
some
fun.
friends who went to one in college, and I know that one of them, she was very disturbed because she went in like a bikini top, I guess. And I guess some people use that as the excuse of like, oh no, I've slipped on you and removed your clothing. Oh no. And she was like, nah, I'm not doing it again. So that just kind of like warded me off from it. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to do the foam party thing.
Yeah, you don't want to know what's happening beneath the foam.
I don't.
It's like you get to like
God.
foam level. You're like, I'm not. I don't want to know what's going on down there.
There's so many condoms and Band-Aids everywhere. My God.
Sometimes used simultaneously.
I know.
Do you think maybe
Which one do I
next
use to
year-
protect me?
God. Do you think maybe next year at DashCon they'll do foam pits instead of ball
man.
pits? They can bring out the foam. It'll just be the pictures will be like everyone gets 15 minutes in the foam pit. It'll just be like a guy with a fire extinguisher just standing there, and everyone's just like this in the fucking
Awkwardly
pit.
waiting.
Oh man.
Is it just an urban legend that STDs or I guess STIs now can spread
Why did
through
that
foam
change?
parties? Because to my understanding, diseases can sometimes be something that you are born with, and you are not. Although you can be born
Yeah,
with
you
like
can be born,
AIDS,
yeah.
yes, because if you drink your brother's breast milk. But I've been told that disease is
Did you
something
say your
that's
brother's breast milk?
You said
mothers.
mothers.
I said
okay.
mothers.
Yeah.
But you know, your brother could
Yeah.
be breastfeeding you.
Interesting.
I'm progressive. That's
I have
fine.
nipples, Greg.
So
No big
STD
deal.
changed to STI.
Yeah, basically, to my understanding, it's disease. They decided it could be something that is out of your control. An infection could be something that has happened because of actions that you have taken and you have become infected.
Here's my explanation to why it changed, because Gavin's here.
Fair
And
enough.
every time someone says STD, he's like, it's STI, not STD. And he has a fucking fit about it. That's why she said STI. I just say it because, like, I'm American. Fuck you, Gavin. I say what I want.
Speaking of Gavin, we have that Gavinisms shirt.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
T-shirt Tuesday.
It's that stuff that he said.
I was supposed to wear that shirt, but I forgot that someone sent me this Crystal Palace jersey.
Nice.
Brian. Thank you, Brian. So
smart.
You're
choice.
name dropping
I
tonight. You got
decided
what?
to.
You got Dale at
stuff.
Sony.
I
you got
feel like I have
Brian.
to.
Are you sure it's
I
not
have
B,
to-
Ryan?
Yeah. It's got my name on the back too. It says Sorola. but
I
can't
thought it
say
was
that.
a Messi jersey, but it's not.
Is there a player
No.
named Sorola, or did he actually get a like personalized for you?
It's no player.
Yeah, there's no Pattillos in any professional sports. So
Oh yeah, there's the Gavinisms.
okay, there you go.
So it's like
That
we
Gavin
could've-
says some crazy stuff.
If you think about it, there's a lot of value in that shirt. Each of those sayings could be its own shirt. It's one shirt with like all those sayings.
There
I
you
feel like
go.
an infomercial.
But it is $130 for the shirt.
Is the
still a
cost-
great deal.
Yeah.
For one easy payment, you get 20 jokes.
Well, can I,
Sorry, Rafa, to go back a second. I feel like I stomped over Lindsay's story. What were you saying about foam parties and STDs?
Oh, just that's it. Like I heard that there's an urban legend that perhaps if you're at a foam party, you could contract an STI unwillingly, just because like people's
It's in
bodies
the
are all up in
foam?
the foam. Yeah, so you're making like a pool of STIs for you to wade in.
Gross.
Is
Yeah.
that like it's like a standing hot tub?
Yeah,
Is that
kind
what
of.
that is?
Yeah, a little bit.
You managed to make it sound even worse
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
that sounds gross.
Have you guys had any unfortunate hot tub experiences?
Pass me another one of those.
I don't know. I don't
Not
think
really.
so. I don't have a lot of hot tub experiences. It's so fucking hot in Texas. You don't
I
just get in a hot
got.
tub.
Oh, these are like little beers. These are
Yeah,
like
the
little
little
babies.
bits.
Yeah, we got baby Coronas.
do we have
tonight.
a
Baby
opener?
beers.
Petitos.
Open,
Well,
I got
here, I got-
really drunk in a hot tub years ago.
Gus, you're not supposed to drink in them.
I know.
That's on the side.
The,
It's the rules.
It was years ago when we went to Sundance. It's the time that I peed on that snowman. I don't know if you know that story.
I'll just go with it.
Which time, Gus?
Okay,
Come on.
I'll tell
I know
the
this
whole
story.
story, but let me start with the hot tub.
Okay.
So we went out to Sundance, and it's a really small town, so you have to like stay at someone's condo, kind of like Airbnb or HomeAway. So we rented a condo, and a bunch of people were staying there, like 15 of us in this like little 3-bedroom condo. And in the condo complex, there was a hot tub. So and it's January in a ski resort, so there's tons of snow everywhere. And I was like, it'd be awesome to go out, in this freezing cold weather and just get in the hot tub and drink a bottle of vodka.
Yep.
So I did that, and I went out, got in the hot tub.
Bottle?
I drank a bottle of vodka.
Christ.
Good Lord.
And I got really, really fucked up.
Really?
No.
And like to the
Don't
point where
say.
the hot tub wasn't very far from the condo. It was maybe 50 feet, and I couldn't walk it. I couldn't make it, and like along the way, someone had made a snowman. And I really needed to pee really bad. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I was drunk. I unzipped my pants and started pissing all over the snowman. And like about when I'm halfway through, the person who made the snowman came out of their condo. And they were like, what are you doing? I made that. And they were like, what did she say? She said, I created. All you could do is stand there and destroy. And I said, I'm the destroyer. And I was just like peeing all over her snowman.
Who the fuck comes outside, sees a drunk ass dude pissing on a snowman, and their reaction is, how dare you? I created that. You're not like, this guy's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I would be like, whatever, dude. Bang it. Just stay. I'm going back inside.
I went back to the condo, threw up on the wall, locked the bathroom door, and passed out in the bathroom.
That's so He could have taken off his hat and thrown up in it and put it back on his head.
I woke up the next
Shoved
morning.
the carrot up his ass.
I woke up in the middle of the night. I went out to the couch in the living room, passed out on the couch, and I woke up at 7 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m. because I could hear the "You spin me right round," and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I opened my eyes, and David Zellner had a laptop with meat spin in front of me.
Nice.
And I was like, "Awesome!" Thank
fantastic.
you.
Way to wake up.
I just don't think you understood that snowman artist. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You just didn't appreciate their art.
There's something dangerous
All
about
you
this
can
drinking
do
in
is
water. Like
destroy.
I've gotten drunk in a pool before, where you're just sitting there, like hanging out in a pool, like like mid-level or whatever, like
3
chest
feet
level
of water, yeah.
And then you start drinking, and then it's like you don't realize how drunk you are because the water's helping you up.
Yup.
You get out, and it's like, oh god,
Man,
you go
'cause
from
you're-
like buzzed to annihilated, like in those 3 steps to get out of the pool.
The water is like pre-drunk, like you're already sluggish
Yeah,
and
yeah.
slow to get through the water, and then you get out and you're moving the same speed. Dude, that's like Gavin and I, and Lindsay, and sometimes Barbara's with us, and Meg. We go swimming at our complex, and when we make the riot punch, like I've absolutely blacked out like 1 or 2 times. Like being awake, I just don't remember it. I don't remember the afternoon because it's just like, hey, we're in the pool, and there goes my memory. It's just like you, like especially the riot punch. You
And
have
it's
no
Sunday
idea
afternoon.
how completely obliterated you are. That's the whole, the animated adventure with Lindsay getting drunk and passing out in the fucking
Riot
apartment.
punch, man.
That was we were at the pool party, and there's like a false sense of security there because it's only like 4 feet deep. So hopefully you wouldn't like fall in and drown. Like someone would pull your ass out. And, we just walk back to our apartment. So it's like, what can happen?
Yeah.
And then I'm locked out of my apartment the entire
I did that.
night.
I got out of a pool. I got to the top step and realized, I can't walk. So I crawled. And then, so I looked, and my friend's just looking at me laughing. It was his house. And so he's looking at me laughing. I'm like, where can I throw up? And he just pointed away. And I crawled on his grass as far as I could. Then I started vomiting. And then his little dog, he had a little chihuahua named Jellybean, and ran up and got next to me. And I was like, Jellybean, no. Look away, Jellybean.
Are you sure the dog was real? Jelly bean, jelly bean.
They're like,
what the
man,
fuck is
Jack is fucked up.
I guess he wants jelly beans. Should we go get him?
We need jelly bean stat.
Just
then they throw me,
right
they threw me in their
petting
guest room, and then I remember waking up the next afternoon, or like the next day, midday, and I was like, what happened? And like, you were gone.
Well, even on that RTA story, when I've locked Michael out of the apartment, I've told Michael this, but I was like, the part that they left out too is like I was so drunk that I realized like I usually am aware of myself enough to be like, I'm way too wasted. I need to get myself home or in a bed or something. Can't be here any longer. So I reached that point in the pool, and they're all still hanging out, partying, having fun. And I was like, I have to go. I'm gonna go, but I didn't want to make it weird and be the person who's like, I'm too drunk to handle myself. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm leaving the part of the pool. I opened the gate and I threw up, but because I was so determined to get back, I was like, no. And I just shoved it back into my mouth and kept going. Yep.
Oh.
Did you swallow or did you hold it in your mouth?
No, I held it in my mouth until I went home. I was like, no, not here.
It's
not
like
now.
it's like a 2-minute walk.
I know.
Get it out. There's got to be bushes
Grass
around.
Your neighbors are like,
everywhere.
hey,
It's
Lindsay.
all grass.
Your neighbors are like, hey, Lindsay, how you doing? Like,
She's holding it in her mouth next to the grass that's littered with dog shit.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
People don't
No.
pick up.
Don't wanna
She's
ruin that
don't wanna
perfectly good
vomit
grass.
on the dog shit.
I just didn't want them to see and judge
yeah,
me.
it's more perception.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. God forbid,
keep cool.
Gavin and I judged you.
Yeah. I'm stumbling all over the place, but damn it, I'm not throwing
Perfect
up.
example of high class.
Yeah, you're stumble drunk, not puke drunk.
There's some video. I can't remember who filmed it. You filmed it or Barbara filmed it or something. There's one day where we're just like so absolutely drunk at the pool. I like barely remember it. And Gavin and I are having a conversation, and like I'm standing talking to him and practically like falling over while I'm just standing because must have been like drying off after we got out of the pool, and we're talking about something or whatever, and he either does it to me first, I do it to him, I can't remember. But one of us is just like, shut up, and they just pour like a cup of beer all over the other one's head. I think he did it to me first. I can't remember. Yeah. He was just like, shut up, Michael, and I was just like, all right. So then I was talking to him, and then like another 30 seconds later, I was like, you bitch, and then I poured all over him, and he's just sitting there like this, like slouching, getting beer poured all over him, just going like, no, what are you doing? And like I'm watching it like the next day, and we look like fucking man babies. We look like we're like 3 years old. Like you do it, no you. And whoever's filming us is like, yeah, they're pretty fucked up right now. Like
I think it was Andrew.
It was bad.
God. I think in that same video, I'm trying to tell Barbara's story, and they're not words.
The conversation,
they're
by the way,
English.
what we were arguing about, I'm pretty sure we got into an argument, and that's why like we threw the beer at each other. Was we were talking about pre-cum. If I'm not mistaken, that was the conversation.
It's a heated topic.
It was. we were discussing the difference in if there's a thing between pre-cum and post-cum. And this was the argument
Weigh in,
that
go.
came up.
Gus and Jack.
Oh, no.
Is there a difference?
No.
All right.
No.
I mean, it's the same thing, but my point is like
Is
you
the
have
timing
pre-cum when
different?
you're like about to go because that's what it does to like clean out the pipes and make sure it's all ready for delivery of baby. That's the whole point. That's what the human body does. But then after you're done, it's like, cool. And then like 3 minutes go by, and then you get dribble. And then it's like, where like the rest comes out to clean it out next time.
That's the noise it makes,
That's
actually.
like the post of it. It's the same thing, but it's afterwards. So I was arguing with Gavin, like, yeah, but it's more like post-cum. He's like, it's not though. It isn't.
So
and we're like,
I'm cool with it so long as you don't pour beer on me.
yeah, we're like yelling this at the pool of our complex. There's like nobody there, but we're like, it is pre-cum. No, it isn't. That's not. It's different cum.
So Gus, you have an ad read you want to do right now?
No, wait. I got a few minutes to kill until I have to talk about something.
No, my favorite kind of drunk though is like when you're in your house and you're drinking and you become the Dr. Octopus thing where you just grab everything to walk around. Like I had to keep myself upright, so I just grab onto anything I can.
I
like
like
you're
walls
making
and
this motion
like
Yeah,
as
like
I'm
you
doing
grab
it.
a
Like
lot.
I've grabbed tits all over the place.
Where's
There's
that?
a wall of tits.
Where's that woman with the 3 titties? Where is she?
I need extra stability.
Dude, he didn't do the tit grab, but that reminds me of Bernie. I don't know if it was New Year's. It was. I think it was New Year's, and he had a shitload of people at his house, and he got obliterated. Like he was fucking
that was New Year's,
wasted.
yeah.
And
Drunk Bernie is a
by
sight
the end
to
of the
see.
night, like he was just freaking out. He was like bringing up any sort of like podcast story or anything. He was screaming at his fucking cat. Like he says, like he's just like, Joe the cat, I love him. Check this out. Joe, you fucking piece of shit! Get the fuck out of here! And then Joe's just like standing there. He's like, he knows I don't mean it. He knows. And then this other thing he did was he was wearing like an overcoat or just some kind of jacket, and he was. I think it started one way and then went another way, but. He at first thought he was like a vampire and then turned into he was invisible. So he kept taking the coat and just being like, you can't see me. You can't see me. And he was holding the coat up to cover his face. And he just kept running up to people going, I'm invisible. I'm invisible. And it was like 1 a.m. I was like, you are fucking gone.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. There's no way he remembered that.
Yeah, I showed up.
No way.
I showed up briefly. Had like one drink and then left. I was like, that guy's fucked up.
I do briefly remember you being there.
Yeah.
Gus has experience with Drunk Bernie, so I
had
can
Drunk
imagine
Bernie
him.
at a party I had one. I've had one party.
I was
ever.
there. I'm proud I was there for it too.
Drunk Bernie showed up. Never again. This is an animated adventure.
Yeah.
From that, I think.
He's a character for sure.
Yeah.
Which
I watched him be born. He didn't show up. He was normal Bernie. The transformation happened live.
The
Slow
genesis
turn.
of Drunk Bernie.
have you dealt with Drunk Michael one-on-one?
I mean,
yeah,
you did have the Tequila podcast.
I've met Drunk Michael before at the Tequila Podcast at New York Comic Con. I met Drunk Michael.
That was like bad drunk Michael for sure.
You met drunk Gus there too.
That's true. Oh, okay. That was all right. That was the drunk arm wrestling.
Yeah,
that's right.
But you're a happy drunk though, right, Gus? Like,
yeah, usually.
You don't seem to be too angry. I'm a very happy drunk. When I get drunk, I'm having a good time, and I'll make sure everyone else is too.
Yeah, you're like walking around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like looking at jelly beans,
rock climbing.
But nothing's worse than like a sad drunk, where it's like they drink and it's like, oh man.
I've met many of those where they're like they get too drunk and they start telling you about like their super life problems,
or
like,
where their life went wrong.
Or the person they could have had or could have
so
been.
Successful, man. It's like, God damn it.
I've been to several parties where they're talking about the person they could have been with as the person they could have been with is like right next to me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that
even
guy.
Worse is like the person they're with.
Yeah,
the person there.
So sorry. Goodness.
But
yeah.
Don't be a sad drunk is the moral of this story.
I don't think
happy
you can
drunk.
control it, can you?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I know if I drink a lot of whiskey, which I normally don't, but thanks to House of Cards, I'm doing it again. If I drink whiskey, I tend to want to fight more. I get a little more riled up.
I get a little punchy. Michael says I get punchy when I get drunk.
Lindsay gets kind of mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's not mean like
help?
unnecessary. It's more
He's
like
fine, Gus.
you know how she like she always smiling. It's just like weird. You know what I mean? It's not normal how happy she is.
I'm just
all the
excited
time.
to be here.
Yeah. She's always like happy about everything. Like the vinegar that we all have of like shit that pisses us off. You know, be it to even the thing of like that fucking asshole cut me off. Like in a car, that Lindsay comes out like 1,000%. She's like, see how that fucking cunt was looking at me? And I'm just like, all right. I mean, that's our waitress, so that's why she was looking at you.
Were you at the daiquiri factory?
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I was the
She was
waitress
actually
talking
working
shit.
there. Yeah. I have to rein her in sometimes. Like, oh, okay.
Like, we'll take the check now.
Yeah. We will, bitch.
Have the non-cunt waitress bring it to us.
Yeah. I don't like the looks to this bitch over here.
God.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's always interesting how people react, 'cause especially when you know someone but you've never seen them drunk, and you get drunk with them the first time. You're like, oh wow, this person's totally different.
It's funny you say that too, and you kind of did it like in the introduction too, where you're like, oh, it's drunk Gus. Like people always say it's like a different person. They're like, oh, it's no longer Jack, it's drunk Jack. That's who we're dealing with right now.
That's also generally like when you put the drunk at the beginning means you're like fucking wasted. Like 7 drinks in drunk. No one has 2 beers and they're like, that's drunk Gus.
Yeah. Well, see,
that's like your dick might come out drunk. Like you don't know what to expect.
But see, but then if you say like, oh, like Michael's drunk, like that usually is like negative,
Yeah,
you know. But if it's like, oh, it's
true.
drunk Michael, it's
Right.
like, oh, it's not a bad
true.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a happy uncle who's come to visit you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Dude, that's
drunk Michael's
oh,
here.
drunk
friend,
Gus. Hey, drunk Gus. It's like Gus is drunk.
Yeah, it's like,
watch
shit.
out.
You know what's
he
bad
wants
too?
to do a podcast right now.
I will fight that
there's
dick
Got
if it comes out.
microphones.
It's like, okay, don't say anything.
Yeah.
But Gus is drunk.
Yeah.
He's drunk. That's our friend Andrew stays with us tons of time. Drunk Andy is like the most ridiculous fucking thing ever. I've never laughed more in my life. Every time I can't wait for him to come over just so I can feed him liquor and film it. Like Gavin and I filmed a whole fucking ridiculous thing at PAX East when we were hanging out with him, and I ended up showing it actually at the last RTX. I cut a video together and I showed it at our panel.
That's when he smashed his head against the wall, right?
Dude, he's so drunk off 3 rum and cokes. He's like stumbling down the longest hallway in history of a hotel. We're like all the way at the other end. And he's just rubbing his head like against the wall. But there's parts where the wall dips and comes back. And it's like, poof, poof, like over and over again. And then as soon as we get in the apartment, like he's on the floor and he's crawling around on his knees. It's a whole lot of fun. It's great.
Goodness.
All right, so Gus has something up on
it's the
his
dick
iPad.
on the elbow. Jack grew one.
Yeah,
Wow,
why do
fast.
I have the dick on my elbow?
Because for science,
it makes
Jack.
if you're watching it,
was,
or if you're not watching, you're just listening. Imagine an animated version of me with a dick on my elbow and Gus being angry at
You're
me.
a part of a medical
At least
advancement.
censored.
A drawn one.
That was fast.
Thanks, Lauren, for the
Jesus
for
Christ.
the drawing.
Kudos.
That's amazing.
Ugh.
It's a lot easier to draw a dick when you can just put a censored bar over it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm,
They just had to draw the people.
I just laugh every time too that like such talented artists take content that we make that's just the
True.
most ridiculous thing. They're like, look at my beautiful masterpiece of Jack with a dick on his arm. It's wonderful.
I spent hours working on this.
It was like
Oh, my
the
goodness.
I don't know, I think you were Jack, I think you were there because you were there too. The at RTX that like Halo party thing we did. It was like a Saturday
yeah,
night. I don't know if you saw Lindsay there. Someone fucking I don't know if it was knitted or
knitted,
knitted that full
Yeah.
length, like I don't know what it is,
like a dress or something. What is?
It's called a sweater dress. Technically,
basically it's a full length dress, but it's knitted like a sweater.
Yeah, I'll give you props because you wore that damn thing in summer in Texas,
and it was
that's why I didn't want to wear it. Michael convinced
like
me.
a club
Yeah.
that had hundreds of people.
Yeah,
It was hot as shit.
Commit.
But it's like beautiful, handcrafted. Must have taken hours and hours, days, I guarantee you. And beautifully stitched into the front of it in like cursive writing was "bitches ain't shit." And she was gonna take it off, but she is the one that wears a jacket all the time, just because, like, even when it's 95 degrees out.
It's when I'm
and
at my
like,
comfiest.
you of all people, we're in Austin, Texas for this convention. You will never get more appreciation for this dress than tonight. So I'm just saying you should wear it. So she wore it, and like every 2 minutes, someone was stopping her, like, that dress is amazing. Like every Mega 64 dude came up to her separately, and they were like, that's the fucking best dress I've ever seen.
I'm just like dripping sweat
Yeah,
and red.
she
I'm like,
was
thank you
sweating
so
to death.
much.
No, it's like we get some
Yeah,
stuff like that.
it was a sweater, all right.
Wah, wah. Like we got
Too, Gus.
like we got the stuffed animal versions of our Minecraft characters.
Yeah.
And the girl who made it said they took like 30 to 50 hours depending on which
I
one
think
she
it
did.
was like 30 hours. Gavin's took like 50 or 60.
Yeah,
because
all the
each
different patches.
individual patch
Yeah,
is different.
yeah.
Oh, there it
like-
is. Yeah, baby.
Insane. Oh yeah, there's the bitches ain't
I
shit
don't remember the
photo.
girl's handle who made that, but thank you very much. She made a
Yeah.
flower crown for us too.
I think it's inside somewhere, right? Like on the tag or something.
I think so. I have it
Might
in our
be.
apartment. It's hanging up.
That's awesome.
I dry clean that shit. Yeah,
You gotta have to wear it in the summer.
keep it fancy.
Yeah, people are so talented. It makes me sad that I'm not talented
Yeah.
at all.
Should.
We play.
At least we all share in
we
that.
play
though.
games.
You play games.
I play video games for a living.
Basically.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
are, to be fair, though. And no disrespect to the girl who made that, because it is incredible. But is she level 26 in Destiny?
That's
I'm
true.
just saying, like, how
Probably
many,
farming treasure
how many
cave.
legendaries does she have, and how
Yeah.
many exotics? Because my helmet's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
One upgrade from fully upgraded.
How many times has
just
she
saying.
wiped on the raid? We don't know.
Yeah.
Man, I was at I went to MondoCon this weekend. That was the big convention here in Austin. Mondo is the company that sort of runs alongside of the Alamo Draft House to do like exclusive posters, and now they're doing vinyls and toys and things. Holy shit! Talking about talented artists.
Yeah.
My
Where was that being
God.
held? Was that down at the?
It was in the
Draft House?
Marchesa over by the Highland Mall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was like kind of a smaller theater, but they had 2 exhibition halls and then a theater for panels, and then they had this giant like Mondo tent outside where they were selling exclusive merchandise, and they had like food trucks all over. And it was really, really badass. They had they had a Shaun of the Dead thing where they were selling the vinyl soundtrack of Shaun of the Dead. And if you bought it, you got a chance to go to basically a shooting gallery where they give you 3 vinyl records, and they had zombies set up. And if you knocked the heads off 3 zombies, you'd get like a really premium version of it.
3 zombies?
Yeah.
Did anybody manage to do that?
Yeah, actually, I saw one guy do. Well, no, I take it back. So if you knock off 1 head, you got 1 version. If you knock off 2 or more, you get like the next version. And I did see one guy knock off all 3. So,
Do you think he'd been practicing for years? He's like, this is my like, this is it.
My
oh my
time
god.
has come.
but no, it was awesome though. It was like a lot of fun.
Caleb
and-
should have been there.
But
This
like
is what I've been training for my whole life.
But I went like Katie was working it, so I got in, like I was helping out and stuff. And holy shit, the artists there are amazing. I met the dude who made Howard the Duck, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
Mike Mignola, who did Hellboy, he was there, and it's like all these really badass artists. Scott C, who's one of our artist buddies, I guess, he was there.
He works over at Double Fine.
Yeah, and yeah, it was really really kick ass, and it was like,
In fact, I
man,
think, I guess like MondoCon goes on like because Fantastic Fest is going on at the same time, right?
It runs in parallel with Fantastic Fest. At least this year it did. So they're talking about maybe moving the date because a lot of people like who want to go to Fantastic Fest stuff, well, we're at Fantastic Fest and they couldn't make it over to Mondo Fest and vice versa. So
Yeah, I always thought it was like down near the Draft House, and I thought they kind of ran more in parallel.
yeah, no, they have a gallery here in Austin on Guadalupe. Or like north of campus though, like 45th, something like that. Oh, you know where the gym is with a big arm that comes out? Yeah, it's right next to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
or
that's a
around in
well-
that area.
Noted.
And this is a very local podcast talk now, but anyway, yeah,
I got
MondoCon,
you.
like they had
Keep
some
going.
really really kick ass stuff, and they had they had the first ever Mondo Alex Ross print. So it's an Iron Giant Alex Ross print, which is pretty kick ass. So I got that, and they have a Looper vinyl album that had like gold bricks with like a sheath over it, like burnt off, and it's really, really cool stuff. And it's one of those deals where it's like, I will spend so much money at this place.
I
and
saw
it's
your tweet. It
terrifying.
said MondoCon was NSFW, but it
Yeah.
was like not safe for wallet.
Yeah.
Even a 3-titted wallet.
I just got finished like
Nothing is
mondoing the
safe.
shit out of our apartment. I just like put up tons of artwork in the living room. I hung like 20, 25 things.
You tweeted about it too, right?
Yeah, I made a couple tweets about it. For Lindsay's birthday, I just decided to redecorate the living room. So I bought like I bought all the Mondo prints of like her favorite movies. So we already had the Jurassic Park I bought years ago, like when I first moved here. But then I got a Lion King print. I got a Terminator, Alien, and Back to the Future. So it's like I have all 5 in a row in the living room, and they're so fucking good. Like I totally fell in love with that series. And
well, it's funny. Like I was walking around that hall, and it kind of reminded me like when I was in college at Jester, which is the big ass dorm at UT.
You stayed at Jester.
Jester East, man, first floor.
It's all about West. Get out of here.
Anyway, so about like the start of the first few weeks in the semester, they'd have a poster sale. So like down in the lobby area, they just have like tons of posters, and you go and buy them like $10 or whatever. And it's like this is the adult version of that basically. Except it's like good art and high quality stuff, and not like shitty marijuana posters.
When
and,
I was
Jimmy,
you leave my Bob Marley poster out of this, okay?
When I was like 19, 20, that was the, I still obviously huge into video games as I am now, but that was the I'm
19 or 20.
Yeah,
you said when I was 19, 20.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Alive in 1920.
But that was like the prime phase of like, I love video games, this is what I do, but now I have money. So I just started buying tons of video game posters and shit, because my whole life, it was just like, you get the poster inside the strategy guide that you have to unfold 19 times, and then it's all
all the crease
shit.
marks and the staple holes.
So I would just I started buying posters just from allposters.com, and say they were like $12, $15 posters, and I wouldn't even frame them. I would just get them and tape them on the wall, and they had like a super limited selection, like only huge games, like they had like Halo and Gears of War and some Assassin's Creed, and I got all that shit, and my whole room was just covered where even my brother, who's 9 years older than me at the time, he was doing it. And we were like, shit, only like, he lives in Maryland, but we were like, in both of our rooms, the only place left for posters is the ceiling. And we're like, do we go to put posters on the ceiling? So I moved, and, my mother, of course, is like, oh, make sure you take down your posters. I'm like, I don't fucking want that shit. Like, I'm not going to, let me bring my posters with me to Austin. And now I finally, not that I went on like I need to buy expensive art, but like the Mondos aren't cheap because they're so well done, and they're
really limited.
They're all limited.
Too.
Every single one. Like I think one of the ones I have the most there is like 500 of them. Most of them are like 250 only, and it's just really cool to have something unique that like.
But it's also printed like on that heavier paper
it's way thicker.
It's like art paper. It's not.
So every single thing I own now is all framed. It's perfectly leveled, everything, and it's exactly what you're saying. It's like this is the adult Michael.
So
exactly. I have 6 like smaller video game prints like over the door that leads to my balcony that they sell at Game Over Video Games.
Okay.
They're like these super awesome 11x17 prints, and it's like one artist makes them all. But I have them
it's
all
like
up in a row.
OOR. It's
OOR is the artist.
So,
that's great.
You're saying that for Lindsay's birthday you got well hung.
Yeah, big time.
Indeed.
Big time.
I ain't.
It's 3s.
I'm not
I'm
complaining.
on a roll.
Do you have a bed?
That one.
You start saying meow.
Funny enough, Michael started working out recently, and he's actually been doing he's been had whey like protein, protein shakes and stuff. And he was like, "Oh, do you want one?" And just without thinking, I was like, "Oh, no way." And I was like, okay, no way, I get it.
Mine are funny.
No.
Mine come without
You guys
trying.
can definitely hang out, guys, for sure.
Want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by. You said you wanted to talk about Extra Life.
Oh yeah. So we were talking about t-shirts earlier. I tried to get into it there. So we're doing Extra Life again this year. For those of you who don't know what Extra Life is, we're basically raising money to help out kids who are in children's hospitals all over the country. Now, I don't know if they're doing all over the world again this year, but they were working on it. So it's a 24-hour stream. We're going to be doing live from here and maybe some other sites. I'm still working on the final details with that. But like our other streams we've done in the past, we did Operation Supply Drop and last year's Extra Life. We're doing another exclusive thing where you can only buy it during that 24-hour period. This year's a little different, though. Instead of doing a poster like we have the last 2, we're doing a t-shirt. So that's pretty kick-ass. So we're going to be doing a t-shirt, and the proceeds from that will be going towards our donation, Rooster Teeth's donation to the to Extra Life. So keep an eye on that.
When is Extra Life?
October 25th is when it starts. It's going to be 8 a.m. until 8 a.m. on October 26th. And same deal as last year. Is going to be crazy, a lot of fun, and we're going to get as many people involved as we can. So
I will be here this year. I will not be traveling. I'm going to take part.
Awesome.
You should.
Where was I last? I was somewhere last year. I couldn't do it.
So it's going to be the same sort of deal where basically it's kind of a party here at Rooster Teeth, and everyone's invited to come and watch and hang out with us for that 24-hour period. So, I mean, at least watch at home. Not
What's Michael going to eat?
we are gated. So, anyway,
kids.
Yeah, you can check out the website. I'm sure we'll have it in the link dump as well. And, you can join our team. We're still looking for people to join us. and raise some money. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm really excited. John's working on some stuff for us.
We can farm Treasure Cave for 24 hours
Yeah,
straight and see like how many Ingrams drop and what you actually get.
I won't get any purples. I have yet to get a single purple drop anywhere. Not even the Treasure Cave, not on the moon, no, anywhere. I haven't got
not even
purples.
on the moon?
No.
It's going to happen during the stream.
Not on the moon, not on Venus, not on Mars. Can't get shit anywhere. Lindsay's throwing beer. She's so outraged.
It's not that one. It's down here.
What's happening?
You can't.
So anyway, Extra Life, go check it
Get a
out.
hold of yourself.
And so again, we're gonna be doing it. We're doing a
flaccid.
T-shirt. It's gonna be badass. And we raised a lot of money for Dell Children's Hospital here in Austin last year, and we're gonna try to up it. So we
I
raised
shaved my head.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
last
you
year.
shaved your head
and
for
I
it?
ate 12 lava cakes.
Have
That
you
was worse.
had a haircut since then?
I've had one, yeah.
Okay.
I had one
Nice.
right before the wedding.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I had one haircut.
So last year we raised about $360,000, and our goal for this year is my dream goal would be to hit $500,000. We'll see if that happens, but that would be insane if we can get anywhere near that.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone who came out last time, and so I am working on some stuff where maybe we can have some like fan interaction. Like I'm talking to one of my favorite places in Austin about doing like an offsite thing where we're going to be raising money, kind of like doing something we love. Hell, I'll say I'm talking to K1. I'm talking to K1 Speed about doing some go-karting while we're
Shocking.
doing Extra
Yeah.
Life. Yeah.
Jack,
So I know. So anyway, we're still working out details. That's not finalized yet.
Jack,
but anyway.
I will say this. He loves charity and beating the shit out of people while doing charity.
Yeah, go-karting. No,
Yeah.
I love go-karting. So anyway, but there's a lot of stuff coming up. So keep an eye on that, and I'm excited.
All
so
the other
thank you.
live streams we've had for charity events such as that, I mean, they're great. It's fantastic, too, to see how many people are just interested in helping out the cause, especially, like, we do the streams and we have a lot of fun and we're dicking around, but the whole point of it is to help other people. And it's really awesome to see so many people motivated and wanting to help out and go toward that cause. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting to see what goal we meet this year.
Yeah, well, it's one of those deals where it kind of like fights sort of the impression people have when you say you're a gamer. Like I play video games, like oh, you're in your parents' basement not doing
Like,
anything. It's like
no.
no. We raised $350,000 last year to help charity. Like what'd you do last year? It's like oh well, nothing. Yeah, it's like yeah.
Jack's
okay.
like, that's right.
You're in your place. So anyway, yeah. So I love it. I'm a big fan of doing that kind of stuff. So that's thank you everyone who supports us, and please if you can donate, please do, and at least spread the word of it. So
Shit.
awesome.
What are you going to eat this year?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to plan it.
That's
Let it
true.
happen naturally.
Organically.
Yeah, we have a gate now,
better.
so if pizza wants to get here, it's a little bit tougher. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's true. I can't film Michael throwing up the lava cakes anymore.
I'll throw up something else.
You can't film that?
Why
No.
can't you film it?
No, I mean, we can't do it again. He's not going to.
no,
I'm
That's
saying I
lame.
can't do the same trick. As I said, I'll throw up something else.
I thought she meant like she couldn't film it.
No,
like
no.
there was like
God,
some
no.
medical reason.
Yeah.
No, that's like
Yeah.
the whole part of the video too. I'm like, do you want me to stop filming? Because I genuinely was like, if you feel uncomfortable or you're really gross right now, like I don't want to be that asshole. I was like, I'm filming you, and he was like,
Let's
no.
get married.
Yeah.
Here's
love
how it
you.
works, though. It was like, as she's saying it, I'm throwing up in the bowl, but listening what she's saying. She's like, "Do you want me to stop?" I'm like, "Ugh, no." It was like immediate. Like that was the reaction that the audience even had. Like she wasn't finished with her sentence, and I was like, "God, are you kidding me?"
Well, if you go through
Like,
it,
this
you
is
better
the-
get the
This
fucking
is the
Yeah,
goal.
exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I
And
think-
I will say Blaine did a great job with that edit.
Yeah.
The rainbows,
The rainbows
coming
are
out and
great,
shit.
yeah.
Because that was
Yeah, we did
it
the
was all
Operation
gibbles.
Supply Drop was a lot of fun too. I remember you guys doing the drunk Titanfall. Where
Right.
did you get on Adam's back
John.
or was
No, I
John
had
got
John
on his
my
back.
okay? You had
Yeah.
John on your back, and Blaine had I think Kyle on his back or something.
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was doing Titan sounds. I remember that. I was going.
Yeah,
I almost smashed his head
Yeah.
into the lights a couple times. It was great. It was
Yeah.
great fun. Also, Clayton ate shit during that,
right,
during that
yeah,
stream.
Did.
We were like sitting there hanging out or whatever, and he was like walking offset, and
you tripped over something.
there was something. He was like on a platform. He
tripped
stepped
over his
off or
drunk
something.
feet.
But he tripped, and he had a beer or a drink of some kind in his hand. He went full face forward, just like bam, hit the ground. His arm was straight up in the air,
Holding the glass,
his
yeah.
drink.
That's a
and
fucking
he's
pro.
like, I got it.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Then fucking either that was maybe it was like Friday or something. It had to be Friday.
No, it was on a Saturday. We did a Saturday to Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, so Saturday to Sunday. Monday, we had the Monday morning meeting, and Matt or Brandon, whoever was doing, it's like, blah, blah, blah. Also, Clayton's not going to be coming in today. He doesn't feel well. I'm like, goddamn right he doesn't. I know exactly why.
He's got the 24-hour flu.
Yeah.
He was a trooper though. After holding up the drink, he got back up. He was like, "No, I'm
He's
good.
like, I'm fine,
good.
I'm fine."
It's
Yeah.
good." I'm like,
So I'm still trying to figure out, like, I like the Operation Supply Drop setup where we had kind of like a lounge area to hang out and then like a gaming area. I kind of like that, but we're still kind of working out exactly what we're going to do. So.
It was nice for people to go away, like who actually wanted to focus on the gaming aspect, and then everyone else who was very drunk could move away from that and do their things over here.
It's like we have chaos and then we have gaming.
Stumble away from that.
I'll shove my head into a popcorn bowl a couple more times.
Yeah, that's right. There was a lot of popcorn play. Oh, that's when we were like jumping over shit too.
Did you say popcorn play?
Scooter.
You make it sound so sexual.
Yeah, we wrecked that
there was
chair.
a lot of popcorn play.
There was some popcorn
we
play.
sold the back of that chair for like $1,200.
It's like a foam party, but popcorn instead.
Don't look at the bottom of the bowl, man.
If you salt it enough, no STIs can travel around. You're safe.
I'm gonna find a condom at the bottom of the popcorn bowl too. All
right.
No.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a foam party for Extra Life this year. That's all it's gonna be. We're just gonna wall in the podcast and just dump in foam.
I do not want to have a foam party with everyone at Rooster Teeth. I'm gonna say that right now. Do not want to be a part of that.
We're just a big gross family. That's all we are.
That's why I don't want to be in a foam party with my family.
Come on, Grandma, get on in. Grandma liked to party back in the day.
Damn straight.
Yeah, that's like whenever I see old people, I always wonder about that. Like, what kind of crazy shit was this person into? Like when they were like, when they were a teenager or they were 20.
Like, I feel like I can say this. Sorry, family. Anyways,
that's a good way to start.
I know.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with it, Mom and Dad.
We've mentioned it before, but like there's points where like elder people, they'll say things you're like, oh my God, wow, that was so like risque or so like, ooh, that was so saucy. But like specifically one time I was hanging out with my grandmother and one of her friends, and I was just over visiting, trying to be the nice granddaughter. And she was talking to her friend about they got the Toto toilet, which is like in Japan where it like sprays you and stuff. It's all fancy, high tech. And she was explaining it to her friend, and her friend was just very confused. My grandmother goes, relax, it's not a sex toy, okay? It's a toilet. And I was like, what? Nani? No. Oh, don't speak about those things.
Wow. that was what you apologized for in advance? Jesus
your
Christ.
grandmother uses a toilet.
Way to hype it up. She said sex toy?
Jesus, get out.
Oh my God.
My family's texting me
You're
right
disowned
now.
right now.
How dare you?
Jeez.
I can't wait till like 40 or 50 years from now. You got like grandmas with like shitty butterfly tattoo tramp
That's
stamps.
gonna be awesome. That tribal shit over the back.
You have a 90-year-old woman with 3 tits.
Yeah. Nick Schwartz.
Man, what kind of crazy fucking
And like,
life did she have?
like 2 were sagging and the one still like
Still good.
It's just like an art piece at this point.
Well, this one's only 30 years old, but these are 70 years old.
How do you think, even currently, but especially like older, how do you think that works in the water, like with the buoyancy? How does that look?
They all float down
do you think
here.
With the 3 of them now, she could just like rest her drinks in front of her?
Maybe.
Should be,
I don't even know. Like,
should be a hit at Oktoberfest.
Like, I mean, like shirts and stuff aren't made for 3 boobs.
They're
right?
really
Like,
No,
not.
they're not.
Yeah,
They're really not.
I'm thinking like, you know those things you put on your desk where you pull one ball back and it goes boop? Boop. That'd be her boobs.
What
Yeah.
about like a seat
They
belt?
get lower. As she
Getting in a car, like, could she alternate which
Will you
cleavage
use-
she puts it in? Like
Or-
this one?
Gus, you
then
use
this
the
one?
3rd boob. You just click it in.
Or does she go like over and
Straps
under?
across
It's like a U shape where it goes over them. Then, it locks her into place a little bit safer. That could be safer.
Maybe.
So it's for good.
I'm curious just to see what if she, if there was any publicity about it, like if she had any statement, like what the reasoning behind that was, like
I think
what
that
her goal
the
was.
headline I read was she wanted to become more unattractive to men.
Oh.
Nice.
No, I didn't read any more of the story. I saw the picture. I saw the headline. I was like, I'm talking about that.
I can
feel like
almost
it
guarantee you
looks
there's,
so fake,
there's
though.
a couple people that'd be down for that.
Yeah, for heterosexual men, if you're adding a breast, that's usually a good thing. So I feel like you should have
Plus,
gone in the opposite direction.
There was a generation of prepubescent boys who watched Total Recall and saw the 3-boobed lady and have been fantasizing about it for 25 years.
Dude, they showed Total Recall at MondoCon, and they made an exclusive poster for it. It's really, really badass.
Did it have the 3-titted woman
It
on
did
it?
not.
Oh.
It was like the
The
Mars
poster was
landscape.
just a zoom in on 3 tits. That's it. And then like Arnold was like in one of the nipples.
It's like a triptych. It's actually 3 posters you have to buy and put them together to make the one big thing.
Or you can fold it together like a Mad magazine. I think I heard Lindsay snort.
I did. Sorry.
Fuck, I forgot about those.
Dude, I used to fucking love Mad magazine. It's like my favorite thing in the world was to go to the store and not pay for the magazine and hold it and ruin it. And be like, oh, sweet, I have to buy it now.
Got my rocks off. Later.
It was like Mad and Cracked magazine, right? Like Cracked was like the cheaper version of Mad for some or somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never got into that.
I think
I missed the whole comic generation. I never got into comics.
I never got into comics. I got into Mad Magazine, and that was it.
Michael's explained it, and I completely agree. Like, I've gone into some comic lore, but sometimes it gets very frustrating because you can have like things that are supposed to be canon in certain lores or certain like timelines of characters, but they're totally not canon in another timeline. So you're like, oh man, I remember when Batman did this, and someone's like, Batman didn't do that. Okay, not in the version I read. All right, you're like,
I'm like a completionist. I want to know everything about everything. You know. Yeah. And comics is like, well, I'll never know anything, so fuck it. Like, I'm out. Like, I just didn't start enough at an early age, and it's just
like these universes are so massive that it's you can't even get into it because it's so big.
It's cool, but I don't know. Like, I'm more of an arc person. Like, I want a story. I want like something to happen and to go somewhere, not really like a never-ending episodic kind of thing.
That's why like the Marvel movie universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of works out so much better because it's like these stories that are like they have the the A story, which is like the individual movie, but then there's this giant overarching story too that you can see pieces of. Like,
I can see every movie. I can see 12 movies.
Yeah,
I can't read 400 million comics.
So it's kind of like
really
everything
why
sort of
I never
fits
got
in.
into comics. It just wasn't my thing.
But going off of that, you're huge into anime, and you've watched several different animes with like no endings that just keep going forever.
Yeah, but even those I didn't watch like a lot. I mean, most of them I watched. Like Dragon Ball Z, I finished. There's like 280 episodes of that.
We did not finish Bleach.
Really, the only ones I didn't finish that I started were Bleach because there's like fucking 500 episodes, and Naruto isn't even done yet. There's like 800 or something.
Jesus.
So I'm not. It's like maybe like 600, 700. No, sorry. Naruto's maybe like 500, 600. One Piece is like 700 or 800. Legitimately,
that's huge.
I think they're gonna end the show around 1,000 or something like that. I'm sure.
Take that, Simpsons.
Yeah, that's insane though. Like that's insane. Like I want to watch the show, but it's just like I don't know when that would ever be possible. Like, all right, let me just sit down and watch 500,000 hours of it. Like I recently, I got the part on Fairy Tail, which is another anime, and I was super excited about that. And it's actually an anime that I'd never seen before. And my character doesn't come in until episode 150, but the show up to English now is at like 130. I can wrap my head around that. I started watching it maybe like 3 weeks ago. I'm at episode 98.
Wow.
So I can plow through like the longer ones. But most anime is like 26 to 50 episodes. So that's like why I love it. It's just like this perfect start and then the middle and then it's done. You get the whole thing. There's not like years of waiting. It's not like a week-to-week TV show because, most anime, it's out for like 8 years, before we even see it. So it's like, here's the whole thing.
Or you'll get the whole
store and you buy it. And
you'll get the whole thing and they won't even finish it. I know specifically like Inuyasha, we talked about how like they won't finish. They'll finish the entire show, and then people will be so upset by how it finished. They're like, "Oh wait, never mind. Here's the ending."
The problem,
I lied.
With anime
here's the Christmas episode.
It's most animes based on manga, which is like Japanese comic books kind of deal, or Japanese like graphic novels, I guess I should say. And a lot of times, the biggest, most popular ones, they're like, "Let's make this a show." But the production's like a million times faster because you get like one manga a month, generally speaking. That's like the rate they come out. So they make all the shows, and then in a year, they're like, oh shit, we just caught up to the comic that's been out for 4 years. And that's like what they did with Walking Dead.
It's also like Game of Thrones, same
thing.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones. Same thing. It just happens with every single anime ever. And then the point is like, okay, well, do we take a break and just not have a new episode for a year or two while we wait for the comic? Because you don't want to just get one episode. You got to wait for them to put out like 20 more issues, and then you start making it. Or they just start making up filler, which everybody hates because they're not the people that make the show. It's just like, okay, so we don't want to take the show off the air, but it'll be 5 more months till we get back to the plot. Let's just make shit up. And then that's what people get bent out of shape over. But those are the animes usually that run like 100 million episodes. Yeah. The ones that are trying to come out before the manga's finished.
Is that what they did with Full Metal Alchemist too?
Full Metal Alchemist is
first
weird
series.
Because the show came out again. The manga wasn't finished yet. Right about halfway through the show, they reached the end of the manga. So they just made up like the whole end. And before the manga was finished. So then a couple years later, after the manga finished, the show was popular enough. Like Full Metal Alchemist is a huge anime. They were like, fuck it, let's just make it again. So like same art style, I'd say like 85% of the same voice actors, like a couple people that he couldn't get. Like it stars 2 main characters are like these 2 teenage boys. One's voiced by an adult actor, Vic, but the other one was an actual kid. So like he grew up. So they had to get another actress to do it. But like the first 6 episodes are basically the first like 20 episodes of the original series. They kind of have to go through the same stuff because it's based on the same source material. And then after that, it's just a completely different show. Yeah. It's just so bizarre of like, all these characters. There's like new characters that weren't in it, and it's
just very
odd.
Scott
Pilgrim, the movie version of Scott Pilgrim versus the World was actually, they finished it before the last episode was out, or the last book was out.
Really?
And so they had shot 2 different endings. So there's one where he gets with Ramona and one he gets with Knives. And so they shot both of them, and they weren't sure which one they were going to use until I think Brian O'Malley is the guy who does it. He basically said, "Oh no, he's supposed to get with Ramona." He's like, "Okay, cool." And so they used that one instead.
Interesting.
So I think on the DVD or the Blu-ray, you can actually watch the other ending they shot.
See, like that makes sense to me, and them at least planning for it. It's interesting though that they, especially in anime, it's so big that they just completely like create their own part of the world. They're like,
let's do it.
It's like I know, like making the movie versions of Harry Potter and being like, listen, we don't know how Harry gets out of this, but we're just gonna roll with it. Okay?
Magic.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw it out there.
Good call, Gus.
yeah,
that would be my guess.
Probably magic.
yeah.
In the end, that's what it normally boils down to.
Basically, or Harry crying about stuff. He was their friend.
It's like my favorite scene that Lindsay hates. It's like my favorite.
It's such a bad performance. I'm sorry.
It's not bad. It's
so
amazing.
bad.
Wait, which scene are you talking about?
In Prisoner of Azkaban,
Azkaban.
when he uses the cloak to get to Hogsmeade because he's not allowed to go.
Yeah.
And then he finds out that, spoiler, that Sirius is his godfather.
Okay.
And then he comes out and it's like, he's bitching about it and shit, and he's like crying under the coat, and they like hear him and they pull it off or whatever, and they're like, "Harry, what's wrong?" And it's just like he's totally silent. She's like, "He was a friend." He was a friend! Like, he just, like, screeches like he was their friend. And Lindsay, like, gets so mad every time the scene comes on that it just makes me love it even more.
Nice.
So it's just, like, that's her favorite scene to bitch about. When he goes, "He was a friend!"
Yes.
He just goes,
Daniel.
like, emo Harry. Just, like,
He does.
screams, like, it's all, like,
It feels like he should be listening to My Chemical Romance when they pull it off. Like, this is my alone time.
Like Spider-Man 3 style or
Yeah,
whatever?
basically.
Okay.
It's not that bad, yeah, obviously. But,
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
here. Come
let's-
on.
Jesus.
Let's rein it in.
It's up there.
love you, Daniel.
Well, he's got that new movie Horns coming out. It showed at Fantastic Fest, actually. It's supposed to be pretty freaking weird.
Interesting. I know he had the whole thing with Equus, like him
that was
being in
forever,
stage
though.
performance. Yeah, but that's the only other thing I've heard him being in.
Yeah.
after
No, he
Harry
was in
Potter.
that like horror movie thing. I never saw that. I saw the trailer for it though. It was like a
The Lady in
time
Black, I
period
think?
thing or something. Like it was
Yeah.
supposed to be like early
The Woman in
20th
White?
century or some shit like that.
No.
And it was just like I remember seeing the trailer for it, and it was
I think
like
it's The Lady in Black.
yeah, it was like
Ladies
a
wear
creepy
different colors.
horror movie, and he was in like some old fucking house or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And I remember like that was after like okay, he put his penis away from Equus, and then he did
So
that.
is that like when you're making a creepy horror movie? Is that like step one? We have to find a sufficiently creepy house.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
we want to make a scary movie. The
Yeah.
house
Yeah.
has to be
Step
creepy.
2, 1920s, way scarier back then.
Yeah.
Shit's old.
Step
Dude.
3, children.
Yeah.
If there's children involved, it's horrifying.
Dude, did
I
you
never
watch
like
the Let's Watch that we put out last week?
Yeah, I was there when you filmed it. I was in there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, we finally released that last week, and that game PT, man, that game, fuck that game. I hate scary shit. I hate scary shit. Like haunted houses,
Game's
I
fucking
can't
scary.
do it.
Yeah.
Man,
See,
and that
I love
oh.
haunted houses and like horror movies.
Dude,
always
you
excite me.
You make Jeff and I like total
Sorry.
pussies. Like it was brutal. Like, so I wasn't there when they filmed Jeff, but apparently Jeff did the whole thing backwards. Like
Yeah,
he
Jeff
was,
was such a bitch.
yeah, and so like I at least went face forward into stuff. But god damn, that game is freaky as hell.
Jeff
Like,
literally for like the first fucking 40 minutes just walked backwards down every hallway to the
There
point where like
goes.
Ryan, how many times are you gonna fuck up the shirt? like I have a bottle opener, Jack's got a bottle opener. So like Gus had the Gavin shirt, propped on the table so the
Yeah.
cameras could see it, and it was being held down by 2 bottle openers. So it was there for
well,
like
yeah.
30
Why didn't
minutes.
you use both bottle openers?
So
You
then,
clearly took one off already.
So then
Shut it.
Lindsay grabs one. She like pulls the shirt up so it doesn't fall, but it defeats the whole purpose of displaying the shirt to the camera. And then I fucking fixed it and put it back, and then she just fucked it up again. And then Gus made a face.
Didn't wanna-
He was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Like you're fucking
Anyway,
up shit.
so
So
PT.
sorry.
So-
trying to interrupt your story.
Oh, there's a photo of a
Yes.
Good Lord.
three-boobed old woman in a bikini.
Oh, nice.
She got a little necklace
Now,
boob
what would you
holder.
call
Yeah.
that? Would you call that a 3-piece?
I guess.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? A 3-piece bikini?
Oh my god. Thank you,
Pendulum
Lord.
boobs.
You're on
But yeah,
fire.
Lindsay, you just like walked through PT with no issues at all. Like all the scary stuff I was waiting for, like you didn't react to it at all. And
Some
it, like,
stuff made me jump. I will
there was
say.
some freaky shit in that game, man. Like at one point, I turned around to look down the hallway. I turned back and I'm like, okay, I'll look down the hallway. Then I turned around one more time, and then that Lisa jumped on me and scared the shit out of me. even that like stuff like in windows and like up on the
she was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But same thing with me being drunk, I get fighty. It's the same thing when I'm scared. I'm never the person to be like, I'm so scared, like I'm gonna scream and run away. I'm always just like, and like
so
punch
fight,
whatever's there.
flight.
Like,
It's true. That's the opposite between us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, see you.
Yeah, I'm just like, nope, not doing this.
I was at a haunted house at Universal Studios in LA once. It was Jeff and I, we were going to
Was it haunted?
This haunted house.
The Halloween Horror Nights.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been so long. But we were just kind of going through and laughing because we thought it was really stupid. And we were like, they send people through like in bunches and groups. So we were like with a group of Japanese tourists. So it's all these Japanese tourists, and then me and Jeff laughing how stupid everything was at the very back. And then what they always do is like they have people who come out and try to scare you from behind. Right. So people would come out and they'd see me and Jeff and we'd be like, and they'd see the Japanese tourists and then they'd like immediately refocus and like go try to scare them. One of the women in that group got so scared she couldn't walk.
What?
Like the guy she was with had to pick her up and carry her out. Then when they took her out of the haunted house, like she just sat there crying on a bench.
You mentioned this
Jesus.
before. I've heard this
Yeah,
before.
and it's like I was like, how protected and sheltered of a life does she live that going through the haunted house at Universal Studios has destroyed her emotionally?
Right. It's not even like the jump scares, like, and you scream or whatever. You're out of the haunted house. It's over. And you're sitting on a bench. Like, it was a guy dressed up. They work here.
Yeah.
And you're just
you
like,
paid for this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I can't. I mean,
Don't
I don't
go
like
in
that
if
stuff.
you're like that.
Right.
Okay?
It's an
Yeah.
easy
Yourself a
decision.
favor.
I feel it. Yeah. Do not go in there.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, there's a big haunted house in Austin, the House of Torment. It's been in Austin for ages, and they've got it set up over by Highland Mall. And
I think they're moving. I think last year was their last year at Highland Mall.
They've got something set up over there. I know because I drove
It's
by
pretty
it.
fun.
really?
So, but I mean, they had this giant ass line, and it's like, looks interesting.
Nice.
But I will not be partaking in that. No,
What?
no.
Jack will hold your hand.
We won't just because we're lazy.
Okay.
Well, no, it's funny because like I did the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando one year, and oddly enough, there's one haunted house supposed to be like a child's nightmare, and you walk into this house and they had it set up so it looked like this giant house. And you look down a hallway, and it's just walls and walls of doors, and they're all cracked open, but you can't see in the crack. So like it's around the corners. You have to walk past and then look back, and just that alone was enough to freak me out.
That's pretty creepy.
Yeah, and it's like, oh god, they're all open. There's like waiting for a hand or something to grab you as you walk by. It's like,
Doesn't that excite you?
don't want to
though?
walk down that hallway.
Like in a fun way. It's like,
No.
you don't know what's gonna happen.
No.
And I
Makes you
can get
happy to be
scared.
alive by wishing you were dead.
There was, I remember hearing it growing up. I'm not sure when it happened because it was like when I was young. I just remember hearing like, stories about it. But I live near Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. It was probably like 30, 40 minutes from my house. And, they do the whole Fright Fest thing for Halloween and stuff. And they had it was like a haunted house / I think like House of Mirrors. It was like a maze kind of deal. And I don't know if it was like technical or they had smoke or whatever, but it's set on fire and it burned down with like a couple of people inside.
Wow.
And a couple of people died.
Jesus.
But that was just always like a thing that I remember growing up with. Like people, every single time you went to Six Flags, it always came, at least during Fright Fest.
And it
came
was
up.
like you realize it's like just a huge viral marketing thing because
Yeah.
they rebuild the haunted house in the same place. Like some say the spirits of those who passed on are still here.
Well,
Yeah,
on
no,
that,
but they're
some
dead.
evil fucking marketing guy is like, well,
isn't
we
there a
got a
story
line.
about a haunted house that actually had like they didn't realize it, but there was a dead dude just like hanging out. Like they thought it was a prop, but it was actually a dead man. They're like, we've been using this as like something to scare people, but I guess we should bury him now.
you'd kind of. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
this
would-
might
I would
be like
hope
a TV
any-
show or
I would hope
something.
any manager that works at that place would be like, that looks out of place. Oh, that's a dead
I'm
guy.
telling you.
Clearly, you have never seen a dead body before. It's pretty
This
distinguishable.
one stinks.
Yeah.
None of the others smell like
This also
This
weighs
is very
170 pounds. This is a heavy mannequin.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm almost certain that that's a fucking opening on an episode of CSI. I'm serious, like in a haunted house where someone's like, and
Yeah.
you're like, ha 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 ha. What? And
like-
it's like, yeah.
My God.
Or it's like an episode of Dexter or something where it's like they kill a
Yeah.
guy and put him in the haunted house.
You really got to be not paying attention if you don't realize you're dealing with a human corpse.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
find that story. and
I'm
send it
telling
to
you, like
Alright.
I've
It's
like
real.
not having that many interactions with dead bodies, but I've worked in some funeral homes. It's pretty obvious. That's a human being.
What'd you work in a human?
As an electrician,
Oh, okay.
they got power
they
too.
need
Jack.
electricity there, believe
It's
it or
true.
not.
I thought it was like Frankenstein. Where
No,
you're like trying
no,
to
I didn't actually. I've been in plenty of like embalming rooms and shit, and it smells like death.
Ugh.
Sure does.
Nice.
They just like I've gone in where they're like, oh yeah, going, you want to go upstairs, you want to go upstairs, we do have some guests. Like they'll say it like that.
Go on.
That means like don't touch the stretchers.
Yeah. Jesus.
That's very, very tactful.
I had a friend in high school, actually. Her father worked at a crematorium, and she would help him out often. And she'd come over, and we were like, "You smell weird, dude. What's going on?" And she's like, "I have dead people."
Yeah. It's a stink.
Oh.
Good Lord. Then she go to a foam party.
You think it's oh god, just spread it in the foam. You think it's bad when you come home from like working at Whataburger? You know,
Rico fries. Like, well,
yeah.
Okay,
we were cooking something.
Yeah,
Something was fried.
All right. Well, it's about
on
time
that
to
note.
You want to wrap it up on cooking bodies?
We got to wrap up
All right.
on Whataburger because now I'm hungry.
There you go.
Thank everyone for watching. We'll be back with an episode of Screenplay tomorrow, an episode of The Patch on Wednesday, and RT Podcast again next Monday. So thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
See you in Vegas.
Bye.
Rooster Teeth Podcast. Rooster Teeth Podcast. Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth.